Joe Rogan Podcast. Check it out.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Train by day, Joe Rogan Podcast by night, all day.
That is the digital art of an NFT. What it is this guy Beeple. Do you know who Beeple is?
No.
Beeple's the king of the NFTs. He's a digital artist, and he was on the podcast, and he does a piece of digital art every single day, and he has for 12 years. You never seen his stuff?
Mm-mm.
Oh my God, it's incredible. But it's that kind of absurdist stuff. Like that's a giant Elon Musk with Dogecoin.
Is that the guy that does like the cool thing that had like Hillary Clinton's head on like a moving robot?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
That's
I love
him.
that stuff.
Yes, that's him. All of his stuff is real absurd and wild. Yeah, it's awesome stuff. And that's Beeple. That's all of his stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Is that a Burning Man thing? The bottom right? Or that's digital art? Yeah.
Yes.
No, it's not Burning Man. Damn, interesting.
Yeah, he does all these like very strange, but it's really funny. People like try to find the hidden meaning. Well, what he's trying to say is, he goes, I don't know what the fuck I'm saying.
Dude, I love when an
"It's
artist
just
has
art."
to try to sell their work and they try to make it up. It's like, the reality is I like flowers.
Well, he's not interested. Look at that one, the missile with the big cock.
Love it.
He doesn't. None of his stuff. He's the most unpretentious guy ever. He's not pretentious at all.
This is the first weed I smoked in over a week.
This is tobacco. We're in Texas, you son of a bitch.
Oh.
Really strong tobacco.
How come you're not smoking weed?
I was in Santo Domingo. I was in Dominican Republic.
Oh, that's right. We good? One more? Good.
Right.
Cheers, gentlemen.
Yeah.
We got
Cheers to long life and
Life.
fortitude. Boners.
good times. That's good shit, right?
Yeah.
That's old stuff.
Good scotch.
It's interesting. I think I prefer like American whiskey. I prefer like Buffalo Trace style whiskey, but that's still good. It's
Not me.
interesting.
Yeah.
It's different flavor.
Is this Speyside?
I don't know.
Highland.
I
Interesting.
just had
like the peaty
Jeff go
kind.
out and get some old. I like the peaty kind too.
Really?
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Next time I'm here, I'm bringing
What's
you
the
some.
best stuff? What's the best peaty kind?
My favorite?
Yeah.
Kaolaile.
Some Scottish shit.
It's like Kolila, but yeah, Kaula. It's my favorite. I love it. You don't find it everywhere. The 10 or the 12, I forget. No, 12. I'll bring you some next time.
You know who makes a damn good whiskey? Josh Barnett. Josh Barnett has his own War Master
Really?
whiskey. It's fucking good. Josh Barnett is a genius. He's a very intelligent guy, and he's a connoisseur of great things. Like he's really into things. And if he does something, he's going to do it the right way. Like 100%. He'll never do a bullshit thing. And he's got this War Master whiskey. I think it's like, I forget the brand he's working with. Warbringer. And his is called War Master. And I'm telling you, it's fucking good. I wish I had the bottle here. I mean, he gave it to me, and I tried it out. I was like, whoa. I go, dude, this is some fucking great whiskey.
I love these promos. Like
It's
he's in
smoky.
there in the factory fucking lugging bags.
No,
every day.
you don't know. He does. He
No
goes
way.
down there.
Really?
Yeah, he goes down there. Look, he's involved in every step of the way.
Why did he stab that barrel?
Because he's an animal.
They taste it, I think.
He's Josh Barnett.
What?
That's
That's how
like-
you taste it?
He's the youngest ever
Sample
UFC heavyweight champion. The youngest ever. No one has beat his record. He won the UFC heavyweight title. I think he was 24 years old.
Wow.
Josh
And
Barnett.
then he left,
is-
right?
Well, he went on to do a bunch of other organizations.
And then came back
he came
eventually?
back to the UFC eventually. He's Josh Barnett's a fucking renaissance.
He made
man.
a special appearance on the pro wrestling event that we did at the Comedy Store. And,
Oh, really?
he smacked the hell out of Johnny Scortis's chest.
Oh no,
Nice.
that is not what you want.
You could have heard it from fucking La Cienega.
Did Score to sell it?
Oh, he sold it so good. He did a few steps like he was fine, and then he just like died. So good.
I love Josh Barnett. He's so interesting, and he's a great example of like someone that I could say, like, if someone had these preconceived notions about what a cage fighter's like,
Yeah.
you know, and you think like they're all brutes and they're all, you know, dumb people, like sit down with Josh Barnett. He's a world-class cage fighter, has been for many, many years. He's an elite high-level grappler, and he's a brilliant guy. Like
Class
brilliant.
act, gets it, doesn't seem like he's
sensitive.
brain damaged. You
It's
know what I
amazing
mean?
when someone surprises you. Like, there's plenty of meatheads, but there's
Yes.
also like some interesting ones.
Oh, there's a
that
lot
you're
of
like,
them.
oh.
There's a lot of them. It's a hard thing to do, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's a hard thing to do, to be able to do that for a living.
I
And
talked to
the
Keith
guys who do
Jardine.
it,
First time I talked to Keith Jardine, he looks scary. Like
Totally
one
scary.
wonk eye, this weird fucking
fucked
thing.
up ears.
Yeah. And it was like, excuse me, it was new to the UFC, like first or second or third one. And so I was like, thought I was in the way constantly. excuse me. And I like moved. He's like, no, excuse me. And it's looking at me. He was like, what? He goes, I heard you like J.D. Salinger. I'm like, oh, yeah. He's like, yeah, I'm just reading this now. It's quite good. And I'm like, what?
That's awesome. Yeah. He's one of the owners of Caveman Coffee.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Him and Tate. And there was another woman as well. Oh, God, I
Also
forget her name.
Breaking
Lacey
Bad.
Mackey.
What's that?
Lacey.
That's right, Lacey. And they have the best cold brew. Their cold brew's the shit. You ever have their cold brew?
I'm a hot guy only.
Yeah. It's good stuff. But Keith's super smart. There's a lot of those guys, man. A lot of fucking smart people in the UFC. It's shocking, because it's such a crazy thing. I mean, you're putting your brain in danger. But a lot of the people that excel at it. Carlos Condit, very smart guy. Very smart
And you
guy.
run for governor or
No,
mayor?
his dad was a governor or something like that.
Maybe that's it.
Dad was a
Yeah,
mayor
yeah.
or a governor? He was some politician. What was he?
He wasn't the one who
Wasn't
had the
governor.
chick disappear and then got.
I don't think so. Let's not even spread that rumor. Son of a
No,
bitch.
who was that though?
Which one is that?
There was some chick disappeared and his like staff just disappeared and they were all sort of investigating him until some other story came up and just buried it. Any memory
I
of
know
this?
what you're talking about. This is 9/11. This was
9/11, let this guy
Gary,
go.
The guy's name was
Gary Condit.
That's right. Gary Condit. And there was a girl that he was apparently having an affair with, or supposedly having an affair with.
Living
and
his life.
And she got murdered in a park.
Yeah.
Like right after the affair was exposed. And then 9/11 happened. And so because 9/11 happened, everybody sort of forgot about it because it was so crazy. That's right.
Chandra Levy. Oh, Chandra
Yeah.
Levy. She would have been
Yeah.
like the next Lewinsky.
It's those things like, the thing is about Washington, D.C., you have to think there are real murders there. Like that is an absolutely dangerous city.
Would you not? Oh, you're talking about
But
actual
I'm saying,
murders.
imagine though, if it wasn't the case, if like he didn't have her whacked, if
Yeah.
he just had an affair with her, and the affair got exposed, and then she just randomly got murdered, and he's like, oh no,
They're going to think that's me.
100%. I'm not saying that that's the case. I'm just saying, could you imagine if that did happen?
Yeah.
Because like that's always the wonder. Like when something
You'd have to
coincidentally
run.
happens, that's always the wonder. Like,
Yeah.
was it a coincidence? Was it a murder?
Hillary Clinton says coincidence.
We were just watching this. We were rather reading this statistic the other day about how many women listen to those true crime shows. They're like 73% women or something.
Yeah, they love it. They love it.
Crazy.
I heard something that it's making women a little bit like fearful of doing things in the world because they're constantly like, anyone who's walking behind them now because of those. They're like, shit, that guy's up to something.
Right.
And they can't just like be anymore.
Right.
You got to get off those chicks.
Well, I think that people are getting influenced by anything that gives them anxiety, whether it's anxiety about serial killers, or anxiety about diseases, or war with Russia, or war with China, or like, woof, we're all ramped up on all sides. Everyone is freaking out.
And for what? For shit you can't control.
Well-
Almost always. Doesn't concern you. And you're just feeling fear over nothing.
It's interesting, right? Because it's always been the way people have operated. They always get together on a patch of land and they choose a leader, and then they fuck everybody else. This is it. This is us.
This patch.
We are the fucking shit.
Patch 72.
It's kind of funny, man. It's like what everyone would really be afraid of is if all of the people woke up and said, hey, we don't even really need a government. If we just stop invading each other and we equally distribute all of the natural resources, if we instead of hoarding it, we treated us as one community. The community is planet Earth. So if people need food in Africa, that's our community. If people need gas in Argentina, that's our community. And we all work together.
Yeah.
And there's no presidents.
Why won't that happen?
Well, because people always want to take over.
Dude, even if the poor people here, if you're like, yeah, everyone split it up evenly, and like that means with the whole world. Even the poor people here would be like, oh no, let's not do that.
We're so funny the way we like have narratives from movies and from fiction, and we try to like shoehorn them into real life. And one of them is like politicians aren't corrupt and politicians are looking out for your best interest.
Yeah. No
It's
way.
Like if you see that in a movie, you're like, oh, that makes sense. So in real life, if I say to you, do you think that some politicians are corrupt? And you're like, yeah, definitely. Do you think that politics in general is kind of tainted by influence and money? You'd be like, oh, yeah, fuck yeah, for sure. And you go, okay, was that happening right now? No, I think right now he's doing a real good job.
It's every other 5-year period.
I don't think this guy's ties to the pharmaceutical companies are are a big problem at all. And
They've been talking about it for 200 years.
bro,
The fucking government's always ripping people off. And suddenly now, you're right. They were like, no, not these people.
did you
Like,
see Nancy
why?
Pelosi defend insider
I
trading?
was just about to ask you
What?
if
What'd you
saw
say?
that.
I don't know, guys. I'm doing great at it. You guys should try
A bunch
it.
of people
like
were
when-
freaking out about it. I think it was Crystal and Sagar we're doing. I didn't watch it, but I did see the headline that she apparently.
Oh, it's
in somehow
incredible.
another-
You have to
Can we
watch
play
it. It's like
She's
when
just bypassing all the laws to make hella cash.
she looks so guilty. It's like when they tell Robert Durst that they know that he did it, and he like starts burping and shit.
Just deflect.
You think about how much money she's worth. She makes like how much a year? How much does she make a year?
She just funnels it to her husband, like, no, he made the money, not
Yeah.
me, technically.
Like, how much money does she make a year? It's
From
like-
being a congresswoman or overall?
From being
Okay,
from-
stuff she's getting now or stuff she's putting away somewhere where no one can see it?
she's the
everything.
Speaker of the House, right?
Oh, you mean salary?
Probably like a $200,000 job, right?
She's a big wig.
600,000. Just on
No.
Speaker of the House money, you're saying?
No, it can't
No,
be.
I don't think it's that
600.
money. Fauci's the highest paid government employee, and he's
223.
slightly
223.
223, and Fauci is slightly less than $500,000.
Jeez.
Yes,
think
they got to make their
Fauci's-
money on the side.
But Fauci's like the highest paid government employee. I
Joe.
think Fauci might even be.
The
I
high,
think
more than the president.
no. I think the president makes a little more than that.
The president used to make 400 grand. They got to start paying them more. They get better people.
Yeah.
Make
Yeah.
it like a
But
$10 million
what-
job.
They make their money when they get out.
Cuban might do it.
Yeah.
What it is, it's like an investment. If you get out, you will have money for speaking engagements.
Yeah.
With all the companies that you helped, all the
Right.
companies that you like, hey, I like you.
Yeah.
Let's hang out. Let's party.
Yep.
They're like, hey, Mike, the former president, we'd love to have you come speak at our conference, and we're willing to pay you $500,000. So there's these like weird bribes.
Yeah. When? But I'm in office right now. It's like right after you get out. It's not that.
It's kind of genius. It's a genius con game. What it is like a virus finds its way through the system.
And they never tell on each other.
Yeah.
The left and the right side, just like, no, we're all in that game.
Yeah, that's the game of making big money after you quit. And then you can also sell books. If you're a president and you write a book, that book
Yeah.
is selling.
For sure. Do you remember when the UFC paid 8 and 8? They paid $8,000 to lose a fight, another 8 to win.
I think there's still times like what is the entry level fight pay?
Can't still be 8 and 8.
It might
But-
be 10 and 10, but
Regardless,
these are like
do you remember-
beginning fighters.
Do you remember that happened? What did the
for
fighters
sure.
then do? Did they accept just that salary?
Right.
Or they went out and got it another way? That's what the fucking Congress is doing. They're getting paid.
Well, sort of, except the Congress people in doing that, they're playing a game that's illegal to play.
Yeah.
If you're not like if you know that's how they put Martha Stewart away, isn't it?
What?
Wasn't it insider trading?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what is insider trading? It's like you know something, and because you know something, you can't make a move on the market because you have inside information. Is that exactly what it is?
Dude, I told everybody, yes, that's exactly right. Because you're on the know, so of course you would buy all the stocks and rig the system.
Is that the
think.
most tempting, like illegal thing to do ever?
Yeah.
Dude, I said on my
If
podcast.
you fucking know
Yeah.
something's about to happen,
Yeah.
let's hear what she says.
She looks like a vampire.
Yeah. She's always looked that way, too.
That's her
What is the
30.
question? Hold on, I can't hear
Yeah,
the question.
back up, sorry.
The insider trading law. 5-month investigation finding that 49 members of Congress and 182 senior congressional staffers have violated the Stock Act, the insider trading law. I'm wondering if you have any reaction to that, and secondly, should members of Congress and their spouses be banned from trading individual stocks?
No, I don't know to the second one.
Pause. Hold on. You can tell when she goes to a drink, she's like, oh, I'm going to be talking for a while.
Yeah.
Right now, I knew this was going to come up. I'm going to
Let's
talk
sip
for
of
quite a
water
while. on
from a
this.
professional speaker who's definitely hydrated enough
She
for the
starts
day.
shaking. It's like right there, like, oh boy. Okay.
Let me hear this. Give me some volume.
Okay, that's as loud as I can get.
Okay, go ahead.
And the teeth lick.
And secondly, should members of Congress and their spouses be banned from trading individual stocks while serving in Congress?
No, I don't know to the second one.
What?
We have a responsibility to report in the stock, on the stock, but I'm not familiar with that 5-month review, but if people aren't reporting, they should be. Yeah. Because this is a free market and people, we are a free market economy, they should be able to participate in that.
She's telling why her husband should be able to invest in stuff that she knows about.
Have you ever seen a person look more nervous?
Yeah.
It was the long sip, the gulp
Right.
afterwards, And the immediate shake. Go back to second 10. As soon as he starts.
She also licks her teeth before taking the step.
Okay, let me see this.
I'm wondering if you have any reaction to that. And secondly, should members of Congress and their spouses be banned from trading individual stocks while serving in Congress?
No, I don't know to the second one. We have a responsibility to report in the stock, on the stock, but I'm not familiar with that 5-month review, but if people aren't reporting, they should be.
Look at her eyes.
Because this is a free market and we are a free market economy. They should be able to participate in that.
She already thinks what she's doing is completely right. She's like, no, this is how we make cash.
I don't
Fuck
think
off.
so.
No way.
Man.
We're doing it.
I think that's why she gave such a simplistic answer. She's giving this very simplistic, almost vague answer. Because should you be allowed to participate in the stock market when you're influencing the direction of the stock, or when you know which direction something's going to go in, or when you're going to pass a law that's going to benefit these businesses, that's going to force the stock to go up, and you know that, so you invest a shit ton of money before it happens. That seems
if
like
no
it's
one
a
else is
problem.
allowed to do that.
That seems like it's a problem.
Yeah.
That seems like, now why is that not a problem?
Here's why
because
it's a
we're
problem.
fucking co-opted.
Because I would also abuse it.
It's like the coach of
So
a
they're not,
team.
of course they would.
What I was saying earlier, it's like the most tempting thing to do illegally.
You wouldn't do it. The rest of us would do it.
Like we found out Pete Rose was betting on and against his teams when he was playing for the team. That's sort of the same thing.
Well, the against for
The
sure
against is the problem.
The against is the problem. If you're betting on your team, I don't give a fuck. I'm like, good. You should bet on your team.
Right.
When I hear a fighter bets $1 million in some sort of a side bet on himself, I'm like, fucking yeah, why not, man? If he really thinks he can win that much, who gives a shit? Makes it more exciting.
The only problem with Pete Rose betting on his team, somebody finally made it, was he would throw in closers for no reason, wasting him for the next game. So he'd finish off a 6-run lead. He was like, let fucking Mariano finish it out anyway. People like, oh, that's weird.
Interesting.
So
he made decisions that weren't wise.
Yeah.
If you were
to ensure one win over the others.
Right. If you were just being a manager. But I don't know. That's fucking. Is that Monday morning quarterbacking though?
Borderline. Yeah, you're right.
It's like I'm all down for people betting on themselves. But when you bet against yourself, that means you're going to not play hard because you want to win money. You're going to do things on accident that are on purpose.
Yeah.
You're going to fuck up on purpose.
Yeah,
you can't do that. That's illegal. Obviously. That should be illegal. But that's so different. That's like, you got to think of all the other people that are gambling too. You're fucking over a lot of people. Like if all the people think that you're going to win, and you're like, for sure I'm not going to win. I'm going to make sure we don't
guys,
win.
Everyone I know,
Yeah.
don't think I'm going to win because for sure I'm not.
But how much can a baseball player or a coach really influence how a game goes? They can definitely have a big impact on it.
Percentages. Baseball less than most, right?
I don't know, man. I don't know enough about it, but I would imagine if you were a coach and you have a roster of someone who's in the Yankees, pretty much they're all superstars, right?
Uh-huh.
I mean, if you get that far with the athletes of today, if you have whatever you have, 10, 15 players, I got to think those guys are all animals. I mean, you don't get to be like a major league player unless you're like a top flight athlete. It's too lucrative a job. Too many guys want it. So like how much influence can a manager have of telling, I mean, how much do you think? 50%, 40%?
Basketball more.
30%?
Football the most, would you say?
Yeah.
Baseball some. You're setting up a lineup. But if one guy's like, hey, I feel a little tight, instead of going like, all right, we'll monitor it, he's like, let's sit you out today.
You can also, they signal to the third base coach straight to the player too. Take a pitch, fucking,
So you do that a little more.
Yeah, definitely.
It's not the only game you're gambling on. It's over a season. You'll help them win a lot.
You know what's interesting? It's like fighting has always been thought of as a sport where people throw fights.
Yeah.
It's always been an issue. That was always the thing that haunted Sonny Liston in the second fight he had with Muhammad Ali, because Muhammad Ali dropped him with this like real short right hand. And a lot of people, they call it the phantom punch, but it definitely was a punch. Like you see Liston's head sink in like a guy will sometimes when they get KO'd. You definitely see it. There's a thing that happens when a guy gets hit on a jaw where you see the way his head sort of sinks in, and Liston's head definitely sinks in, which means that Ali connected. But the acting after he went down was so ridiculous. Like you could tell he wasn't really trying to get up. He was like pretending he was trying to get up. It was acting. So it's like he definitely got hit with a punch, but in my opinion, He stayed down.
Let's see
and I
it.
think there was probably a bet because Liston was like deep ties to the mob, wound up being a doorman at mob-owned casinos, and he died on drugs. It's a really sad story. But at one point in time, Sonny Liston was like the scariest guy on the fucking planet until Ali beat him. And then Ali, when he was fighting him a second time, he hit him with this one punch. Watch it. Let's play it. So he's moving, and he had just lit Liston up in the first fight. Look at this right here. Bam. See that? That's a real punch. Back that up again. People say that's a phantom punch. No fucking way. That's a real punch. You can see it. Watch. Here, look at this right hand over the top. Boom. See that?
Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect punch on the jaw. But now here's where it gets weird. Watch it again. One more time. So if you see Ali moving, Ali was a master. Look at that timing. Who the fuck else could do that in the heavyweight division before him?
He's got his opponent coming in, and he's counter punching.
But the way he did this is fucking beautiful, man. If you can appreciate how hard it is to do that, the way he did that to Sonny. No, play it back. Hold on.
That was just showing the punch. That wasn't showing afterwards.
We need to see afterwards.
That's what I was trying to
Because afterwards is when he's laying down and he's pretending he can't get up. Maybe he couldn't get up. But for me, I'm like, I don't know about this. Like, I'm looking at him. You see that? That seemed like acting. For sure he got hit. But there's just something about it that just doesn't sit right with me. It didn't seem like a guy normally
Wait, they didn't
looks.
do the count? They did.
No, the referee was trying to figure out what the fuck's happening, whether or not he stopped
he
it.
said the corner said it was 10 seconds, but he didn't count them. They just do it from the corner back then?
I don't know. This is very confusing.
Well, when the fighter,
I forgot that whole thing had happened after that.
He
that
did get
Ali
up.
went after him again, and Ali went after him again.
when the fighter goes down and the ref has trouble getting the guy to the neutral corner, the timekeeper is supposed to
Yeah,
count.
but they're not supposed to go resume fighting again. So that's why it's confusing.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
he
the ref
goes
didn't know.
over. He's going over to
called
literally
him over.
hear from the timekeeper
What you're
that
saying.
it was 10 seconds, right?
I thought you got to count it out loud to give the guy a chance to get up, or if he
like,
wants to get up
what?
at 8.
But look, Liston starts moving towards Ali, and Ali wrecks him. And Liston doesn't fire at Ali at all.
Ooh, yeah.
There's something about it, man. But the thing about it, the thing that makes me feel weird is watching him get up. Do the part where you're watching him get up again. See, I know this is a real punch. Bam, look at it. It's a beautiful punch.
And he's like, this
but
is the
now
chance I'll
watch
take.
this. But now watch this. There's something about him laying there with his arms over his head and he's rolling around. Now watch this. Falls back down. That part right there, I'm not buying that part right there.
Yeah, your hands don't naturally go that way
You
above
don't-
your head.
That's where I'm not buying it, where he goes all the way to his back again. But it could be. It could be. Because he did get punched. And he did get punched by one of the greatest fighters in the history of fighting. It could be. But it's something about it. It feels fishy. And then the rumor was that he took a dive. And so all the people that had bet on Liston, oh my God, it became chaos.
That's like the only reason they lost.
And
they say.
he also he developed a reputation as a guy who threw a fight because they called it the Phantom Punch.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a Phantom Punch. It's a good fucking punch. But it's like there's something funky going on, and people know when something funky's going on. Like if you watch when George Foreman fought Floyd Patterson. Watch that fight. There's not a question in the world what the fuck happened. George Foreman went out and destroyed Floyd Patterson. Nobody thought Floyd Patterson took a fucking dive because you can tell the difference.
Yeah.
You can see the difference. The thing is, you don't always see the difference.
If they're good.
Well, no, it's just like there's moments where a guy cracks a guy and it doesn't even make sense. And maybe the guy has like a previous injury, like maybe he got knocked out in training and he got hit and knocked out way too easy. But you see things that don't seem real sometimes, but they definitely are.
like dehydrated.
There was a guy named Marvin Eastman. Marvin Eastman was a tank. Oh my God,
Yeah,
just
I
a
remember him.
fucking specimen. And he fought Travis Lutter. And Travis Lutter knocked him out with a punch. But when you watch the knockout, it almost kind of doesn't make sense. Like he hit him for sure. He hit him clean. But it's the way he hit him, he just went completely unconscious, like instantly. And it turned out the word was that he had gotten knocked out in training, which happens all the time.
Yeah.
I think he was sparring Tito Ortiz was the rumor. I'm sorry if I got this wrong. But if you watch the fight and you watch the KO, you're like, wow, that's weird. It's not that Travis can't punch. He definitely can punch. It's just the way it happened. It looks like, show that fight. There's things that look odd. And you go, well, what is that? Is that odd because it's just some weird moment where like a guy had been injured already?
Yeah, I never thought Conor punching out Aldo seemed like it was that vicious a punch.
Oh my God, that was perfect.
Yeah, but it didn't seem like brutal strength.
Well, when someone's coming in, you can't. Yeah, I mean, it just doesn't get any better than that, which is what's interesting about that. Muhammad Ali takes 2 big steps back, and he's bringing him in, and then he counter punches. So he's bringing him in sort of double.
As he gets hit on the chest, too.
Not only that, he's bringing him in like this. He's got his hand like this, and he goes around his hand, and he punches him in the chin. He's moving around, and as Liston comes at him, he brings his hand up and around Liston's hand before Liston can even withdraw his hand and cover, and cracks him on the chin. It was a beautiful punch.
Yeah. And that Conor Aldo, same thing. Like, it's like right to left, just straight across while he's coming forward.
Yeah.
It makes his head spin.
The fact that Aldo was so hell-bent on destroying Conor, he just was hell-bent, and Conor took advantage of that.
It was
smart
immediate.
timing.
Remember that? It was like, here we go, big fight. And there was like, what? It's over immediately?
It's smart.
Yeah,
it's like
it was
when
genius.
Nate slaps somebody and then...
It was genius. But this was a powerful punch. When you first look at that. Boom, bang, bang. But first of all, you got to realize it's perfectly placed.
Yeah,
the
it's the
accuracy.
placement.
Accuracy's impeccable. Second of all, some people can just crack. And if you look at Conor's build, there's a lot of guys built like that can fucking crack.
I want to see it in slow motion.
He's got real wide shoulders. He's real fast, and he's got big hands. Like all those things together, he's just got that freakish punch. There's just people that just have that kind of punch, man.
Oh.
I mean, that's just genius.
Left eye gets hit afterwards, too.
Yeah, he had a little bit of a cut over his right eyebrow.
From that punch?
Mm-hmm, from Aldo's one
Fall
hook that
down
he landed.
punch?
Look how genius this is. Look at this. Bam. That's so genius.
Aldo
what's
did
even
not
more
come out with one
genius?
punch. He was like, let me fake and punch.
You know what's even more genius? He worked on the exact same thing, and he mimicked what he was going to do in the green room. There's video of him.
Of who?
Conor pretending to be Aldo, and then him showing what he's going to do in counter. He does the exact move in the green room, knowing, in the dressing room, knowing that that's going to be the fight.
Reminds me of Masvidal Askren.
Right, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Same thing. He practiced that step off to the side.
That was a great one. He was
Brother,
like,
I
he's
mean,
trash.
it really is when you
Look at
factor
this.
in that
Look at
it gave
this.
his career a total.
Look on the left. That's Conor pretending to be Aldo, and this is him. Bam. Look, see? He's literally saying how it's going to go down. He's walking how Aldo does, and boom.
Oh, wait, I want to see both sides now. Wait, let me see. Okay.
Look at this. I mean, it's literally what he did. He practiced it. He predicted it was happening. He knew Aldo's movements. He had it timed down, and he's like much more light on the foot. And as Aldo moves forward, he times it perfectly. Bam! Look at that.
Yeah, with the right.
Dude, that left hand is a missile too.
Damn.
That left hand's a missile.
Damn,
that
is
guy's
like Askren in that.
He's one of the most spectacular punchers in the history of the sport. He has some punch KO victories.
Who?
Conor.
Yeah.
His one when he beat Eddie Alvarez. Show that. You want to see fucking genius striking with the hands? It's genius shit. Like you could see Eddie Alvarez just got bewildered by it. I mean, the combinations he hit him with while just subtly avoiding Alvarez's punches, genius shit. Genius.
Dude, I used to love rooting against him. He was such a good heel, too.
Yeah,
He
totally.
would cheer for Diaz and fuck
totally.
that guy.
He's the best heel ever.
He got everybody into it.
Yeah, he's the best heel ever.
We were like, fuck, I hope you get your comeuppance. He just never would.
Dude, I'm telling you, when you watch this combination, it's fucking, watch it. Look at the side kick to the body. I mean, he's hitting him with all kinds of shit, and he's so light on his feet. Like, this is prime Conor, in my opinion. Just so light on his feet. Look at these combinations. Watch this. Just getting just out of the way. Like, Eddie can't touch him. He hit him there, though. But it's Conor just looking for the opening. But not enough to hurt him. Now they're saying boom, clips him. That was it. That's one. Clips him. Needed the body. You know, people get all wrapped up in all the personality and the flash and the money and the Rolls Royces and everything. That motherfucker could fight. He could fight. And guys have beat him, but you got to be like an elite of the elite. You got to be like a Khabib or a Poirier. You got to be top of the food chain to beat him.
We're fighting Irish.
Go towards the end of this. Yeah, I just want to see the. I want.
Sorry, listeners.
I just wanted the final combo.
Total strikes thus far.
This is what I wanted.
McGregor
Because
well
the
in
finish of
control.
this fight is legendary. It's like in highlight reels all over the place. Look at this. Look at that combo. Look at that combo. Show me that again. Watch this. Look at this. He just slides in on him.
Alvarez getting loose, getting better here in this
Boom,
round.
boom, boom. I mean, come on, man. Just slides just out of the way of the punch. Lands 4 or 5
right in a row.
ruthless punches, perfectly placed. Let me see it one more time.
Oh, his
Okay,
good
this.
slow-mo.
Look at this. Look at it. It actually touches his chin. He doesn't even flinch. 1, 2, 3. The accuracy.
Full punches.
4. And just swarms on him. And perfect placement, right? There's no extra wind up that would have made him miss. Look at this. Bing, 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 bang. Look at me. That's fucking, that's amazing.
Oh my God, he goes from fine to cut up.
Bro, that's
During
an
that.
amazing combination. That's an amazing combination.
What happened to him?
Got fucking fights, man. Fights happen to him.
Yeah.
And then also a shit ton of money. And then also
Yeah.
some time out of the game while he was doing the Floyd Mayweather thing. You know, he trained for quite a while for Floyd Mayweather, which he was, I'm sure, just doing boxing. If you're going to play, you're going to train for a giant $100 million fight, you're most likely not going to do any, MMA sparring or anything. You probably just did that for a while. And then you get that money. What's that Marvin Hagler quote about it's hard to get up at 5 a.m. and go running when you're sleeping in silk sheets? I think that's him now. He's super jacked.
Whoa.
USADA's gonna take a visit.
That's
to him real
Connor?
soon. Yeah.
Right now? Oh, dude, he looks like he's about to go WWF.
Yeah. He looks like a bodybuilder from
Well,
like
that's
the 70s.
It's a weird picture, honestly. I mean, he's definitely jacked, but it looks to me like he's in the middle of lifting. And if you see a guy's body in the middle of lifting, it's a little deceptive because everything. See, that's what he looks like now. He's still jacked. Still looks great. But when when you lift weights, like as you do it, like those bodybuilders that go on stage before those big Mr. Olympia things, they all get pumped.
Olympioid.
Right?
That's a great term for it.
Look at him. He looks good though.
Whoa.
He looks so old now.
He looks different.
Yeah,
Well, he's got that crazy
beard.
beard. That beard's crazy. But he looks fit.
Is he
And
tucking up his shorts to let his dick come out?
He's got a hog, I bet.
I bet.
I bet he's got a hog.
Why is he tucking up shorts?
He's looks like he's walking around on that shin. I wonder like what percentage healed it is. You got to feel like if a bone breaks in half like that, and then you get like a metal plate to hold it in place and all these screws and shit.
Yeah.
That's got to take a while.
Tiger Woods is back. He hitting golf balls again. He just posted on Instagram him smashing
Yeah.
a ball, and he talked about how his leg almost got amputated.
Amputated. From
Can
what happened
you
to him? What happened to him?
A car accident. A massive car accident. And
Yeah, didn't he like go off a cliff or some shit?
yeah. So
What?
Not really like a cliff, but like a
What?
Yeah,
like a what's that called?
or like a ravine.
Ditch,
A
yeah.
ditch. Like
When
a
was
serious
this? How long
accident.
ago was this?
February?
Yeah.
Oh.
Serious accident.
Whoa.
Yeah, like there's this car at the bottom of this ditch.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
And he almost lost his legs. And the
Yeah.
bottom left one was for the cheating.
Yeah, the
Different
bottom left
accident.
one's
That
the
was
cheating
different.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was different. Different kind of accident.
Yeah. Different kind of accident. Which one
This-
cost him more?
This accident they think
Whoa.
was a result of him actually just losing control of the vehicle. Like maybe he was going too fast, or is that what they think? Is that what the?
Was he with anybody?
It seems
No, I
like he
don't think
lost
so.
consciousness is the overall report that I think
Oh,
I read
no. The
because
pills again.
there was no skid marks. He could have been tired. He could have had low blood sugar. He just golfed in Florida. It was hot.
Oh no!
Damn.
Oh no!
What does he say? I heard after a concussion, you can lose like a minute or two of your memory, or like right before something happens. You don't have it anymore.
Huh? Well, if he
So you have
actually
no
fell
idea what
asleep
happened.
at the wheel, like oh fuck, that can happen to people, man. Though that's unfortunate. Like fainting's a real thing.
Do you think you're trying to commit suicide? Not high
No,
enough.
no,
Not high enough.
no. Guys like that don't try to kill themselves.
Yeah, I think
They
you're
just
right.
do better. They come back and say "fuck you." They show
you're
you.
right.
They win everything.
And I think that's what he's going to do.
He's not going
and
to do
it's
it.
going to be
He's already
crazy.
said, "I'm not."
Yeah, that's what he says. He also said that after the everything. He's been through everything, and this freak keeps coming back.
My buddy Kyle Kalinske is a serious Tiger Woods fan, and he sent me these stats. He goes, look at this. Like, look at the winning stat. Have you seen the winning stats?
I mean, it depends on which stat you
I'll
want to
show
look
you-
at. But
compare-
yeah,
I'll send you the
there's a
thing.
lot of.
I'll show you the
interesting
thing
Tiger
that
stats.
he sent me because it's just so
He
crazy.
was unstoppable. I used to have a bet him against the field in every major, and it was like
Right.
I was behind at some point, and I was ahead, but like it was anybody's game.
Yeah.
Him or everybody else combined.
On any given day.
Remember when you thought there's no way he wouldn't break Nicklaus's record?
And there's also
Like
times
it was done.
not only was he beating people, but the way this golf scores he was beating people, it would be the equivalent if a basketball team won like 500 to 45.
He could like fucking moonwalk the entire like back nine. It was so far ahead.
All right, here it is. I found it, Jamie. I'm gonna send it to you right now.
You watch that crazy documentary HBO made about him?
No.
Well, geez Louise. It's a 2-part documentary. The first part, they just talk about what a freak he is and how great he is and how much better than everybody that's ever done it he is and how he changed the game forever. And the second one just talks about how he loves pussy. I mean, he just can't get enough.
Look at that win. Look at that win percentage.
What? Of what? Highest percentage.
Isn't that insane?
Wait, he won 20 every 5.
Look how much better he is than everybody.
God damn.
He's so much better than everybody. Wow. Like, that is proof, right? If there's ever a proof of like who's the best,
Yeah.
that's proof.
Yeah.
That's that's the best proof you're ever going to see.
Oh, 1983 to 2021.
How wild is that?
What was Nicklaus's winning record and Palmer's?
Let me check.
Interesting.
You could be fairly out of shape and win at that.
He made people care about golf. Nobody cared about it besides golfers before.
But he was never out of shape. He was always like, he was like the first guy that I remember seeing where I looked at him like, well, that guy could probably do any sport.
Well,
Are there other guys like that?
He wasn't big.
I don't follow the game. So like
Yeah.
if someone makes it onto TV, it's usually like Jack Nicklaus.
it's extremely mental. It's
Extremely.
a ridiculously mental game. Like
Yeah.
John Daly is, a big guy, drinks, has fun, smokes cigarettes, drinks Diet Coke while playing, and he,
So Tiger has the
great.
most wins
Ben
by
Hogan.
far,
Wow.
by almost 20. But Ben Hogan has 64.
He's tied with Sam Snead. The wins aren't in order. It's
Number of
win
starts.
percentage in order.
Oh, okay.
Because Nicklaus still has
But
more
Hogan's still pretty good,
majors.
man. Look at that. Hogan won 21% of the time.
Damn. But these are all-time greats ever.
Oh, the all-time greats. You obviously have never played golf, but
God,
all
Jack
my
Nicklaus beat
friends,
by a lot.
all my friends who play golf and pool, all say golf is harder.
Really?
They all say golf's hard. Yeah, golf's just way harder.
oh, it's crazy.
You're playing against so many other people.
And so many
And yourself.
different things. The
Yeah.
elements, sand, wind,
So
grass.
much you have to factor in. It's this feel thing. I see when these guys are making these shots and they're like sitting there on their knees and trying to figure out which way the ground rolls, and they have to kind of figure that out and time it perfectly.
Yeah.
What do you think why is that so satisfying? Like someone was trying to bring that up, like whether that was a hunting thing. Who brought that up?
I could tell you, it's like because it's like
I like that.
it's like a hike, but you have something to do.
Yeah,
Like
but someone was saying there's something about
Yeah.
the accuracy. Like we are obsessed with accuracy. And that we're obsessed with like getting a ball into a net or a ball
Right.
into a hole
Yeah,
or an arrow into the center of the target. We're obsessed with accuracy. And they think it has something to do with hunting.
I like it.
that makes sense.
totally does, right?
Envisioning
Yeah.
hitting a target and then
Yeah.
hitting it, and then you feed your family. That makes sense.
Totally makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why else would we be so invested in someone who could throw a ball over a plate
Knock
like,
down
perfectly?
some pins.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Knock down some
yeah,
pheasants or whatever.
Wow, I never thought of it that way. That makes total sense.
Yeah.
They think that's one of the factors that led to us becoming people, from lower hominids to people. They think the throwing arm was one of the major factors. They're always trying to like pin it on one thing. Like the mushroom people want to think it's one thing, and the meat people want to think it's like cooking meat over fire. But I have a feeling it was all those things. I think it was a bunch of shit together that turned us into people. But one of them, they think for sure, was we figured out our ability to throw things.
Do you ever throw things? I never can't even picture you. I can picture you kicking, but I can't picture you throwing anything.
No, I mean I never.
You ever
was,
even
like a
like
pitcher or
you
anything.
shoot like paper balls into trash cans sometimes?
Yeah,
Kobe.
yeah, but I'm not good. Like I lose at horse to my kids. I play basketball. I lose at horse to my kids. When
To
a fucking
young girls.
11-year-old sticks it in my face, like ha ha. I'm like shit.
Wow.
It's fun though.
That's hilarious.
I'm terrible at basketball. Yeah, but I don't practice it. If I play basketball 3 times a year, but the thing is, like, they don't like to play with me after like an hour and a half because then I start to get a feel for it.
They take it down. Your competitive nature
now
will let
I
you lose.
know where that ball is.
Adjustments have been made.
And then I start finding out where that hole is.
They're like, all right,
oh,
second
I
half.
see-
We'll
I
see. We'll see
I
what
how
happens.
this
If I
works.
do that with my wrist, it seems to be more accurate.
But like, imagine doing that and then moving, and someone's trying to block you, and then you're shooting at the same time. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But we're obsessed with that. We're obsessed
Golf
with it's
seems
almost like a-
impossible. When you break it down, like there's a small ball there. I'm going to take a stick and hit. No. Zero chance you
Crazy.
ever make that.
crazy.
And
Like, what a wacky game.
And you also, the more you find out about it, the crazier it gets because you do your backswing and then everything falls into motion. It's not even like you're hitting the ball with a stick. Your hips are turning first. Your
Yeah.
arms are coming second.
Coming
Your
down
wrists
with
are
it.
coming third. You have to remember to follow through. You have to keep your head exactly where it was when you started, or else you're going to hit below the ball or above the ball, which is a freaking embarrassing nightmare. Yeah.
It's like when you mess up a break shot on pool, right?
Yeah.
That can happen.
Yeah, and it can be completely embarrassing. There's there's so many funny golf Instagram pages and stuff.
Yeah,
and like,
they're the best.
They really are, and you can almost guarantee that everyone's a hit.
What is this?
Michael Jordan talking about.
For a competitive person like me, this is what keeps me sane, because when I walk away from the game of basketball, that was enough to keep my competitive juices working.
Absolutely.
Now when I don't have that game, this game, and it even drives me crazy then. Now I go fishing in between my golf because I got to show patience in fishing that's going to be relative to golf.
So he just plays golf like as that's his life now.
That's what he loves.
That's his competitive life. Are you texting people while the
I'm
show's
sending this to
going on?
Jamie.
Son of a bitch.
played
He's
big
texting.
never-
He's been on
Send it
that
to
phone
Jamie.
for 5 minutes.
Finally gonna
Text
go
Checking
my
his
golf
Instagram
swing.
likes. Did Instagram ban you?
Instagram did ban me.
For what the fuck, man?
Hate speech. Too much hate speech, they said.
They're
And he referenced to
changing-
Hitler.
They're changing what hate speech is.
Tell everybody what happened.
One of them was my tour posters. I let my fans do. Rename my tour if it makes me
Yes.
laugh.
Genius, by the way.
Yeah, it's really
Rules are rules. Bet's a bet.
It's a
So,
great idea.
Thanks.
You post them and they're funny, and you allow people to get their name out there, like people who do graphic art.
One of them was the Wrong Side of History tour. Great. Okay,
Yeah,
I can name
saw
it. That's
that.
a good solid tour name. The next one was the Hitler Gave Me Gonorrhea tour, and it's just a picture of Hitler with his hand over me.
Was that a problem? They had a problem
hate
with that one.
speech?
Wait a minute, they're both hate speech.
That was hate speech.
The first one was.
First
too?
one was not hate speech. First
Okay.
one was okay.
But that one was hate speech.
Hate speech. They don't like Hitler. They don't like mentions of Hitler.
But
Another
if,
one, my
but
dog.
if you're a Jew, shouldn't you get a pass?
Joe, you're asking a great question. I think you should.
I think you should get a
Yeah.
pass. It's like if I make Guinea jokes,
Right.
if I make jokes about Italian people, like I get a pass on that.
Yeah.
Those are my people.
I think also, even if you're not, if you said Hitler gave me gonorrhea, you're clearly the shit on person in that joke.
Yeah.
No
Hitler
matter what
fucked
you are.
Yeah, it's
You
funny.
could be a German and it would still apply.
Yeah, Hitler gave me gonorrhea is a funny thing to say.
I'm not saying the Holocaust was good. There's
No,
nobody read
exactly.
into
And
it
you're
that way.
not saying that
course.
you gave Hitler gonorrhea. You're not saying that you performed a sexual
what?
act
I'm
on
the one who
him.
got
I'll
gonorrhea.
do you one better.
Yeah?
He's not even saying Hitler gave me gonorrhea. He's saying it's funny to say Hitler gave me gonorrhea.
That's the second level of it.
Yeah.
That I'm forced to say this
Yeah.
bad thing.
Don't you understand that this is just fun? And this is not a real thing. Like, you can't say this is hate speech. This is a silly nonsense thing to say. It has nothing to do with hate.
Right.
It's not true. It's
completely
funny to name your
unrelated.
tour after
Yes.
this ridiculous thing.
Exactly.
Now I have to. So
Exactly.
the idea that everyone would think, oh, that's your tour name now?
Calling that hate speech is so uncreative.
Oh,
And it's so.
I don't even know what the rules are anymore.
I'm
no
right
one
on the
knows-
line. I'm like right about to be there. I have
You
like
feel it. You
a
got some
bunch of-
warnings.
big warnings. They're
Yeah.
literally like, this is your last, but not my main account, but the
Yeah.
Kill Tony account, because literally only because of the word kill. Because it says Kill Tony. Oh, you can't.
And you can't reach anybody to be
my
like, hey, just mark
God.
this as safe, please, because
Algorithm.
obviously I'm not.
The name of the show, of a comedy show.
Oh, God.
Because there might be a Tony out there that feels like they're threatened.
I know, yeah.
Wow.
Someone's saying that doctors are leaving cards. There was like some example of a card on the desk saying that you can opt out if you don't want to be weighed.
Wade, what do you mean?
Like if you have to get weighed at the doctor's office, they weigh you.
My God.
Oh, you can opt out if
You
you're
can
embarrassed
opt
about
out.
it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine like a doctor is going to do an exam on you, and one of the most important things,
Your weight.
yeah, whether or not you're obese.
I mean, they should tell you.
Is it
They're
privilege?
in charge of your
They really
health.
should. Is it privilege that you get to go in there and like that's your moment? Like, now I get to see exactly what I weigh.
Right.
I'm always like, sweet. Now
Right.
for the next
Yeah.
like few weeks, I can tell
Yeah,
people
you move that
precisely.
little scale, you get it right on
the
there.
real one.
Yeah.
There's no like this might be off.
Yeah, it's like you're in wrestling class.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no fucking reason why that you would ever stop doing that. You have to weigh people.
Yeah.
Fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, no.
That's how you know progress.
Yeah.
Like if someone's on a diet and they're cleaning up their life and they're getting good and healthy, what's one of the best indicators? You can weigh them. I mean, you shouldn't be obsessed on any one thing. Yeah, you should just try to be healthy. But if you used to be 500 pounds and now you're 400 pounds, that's a good thing.
And vice versa
Yeah.
means something you should concentrate on.
Yeah.
Wait, kill every time, kill.
Yeah, kill Tony. Just calling it the name is
And
a
they're
problem.
gonna ban the thing. You're gonna have to call it KT, K Tony.
Basically, yeah, those
K,
are the
ja, ja,
adjustments
ja.
that we have to make to the posts.
The KC show.
Ugh, that sounds so much lamer. Oh my God, that sounds like morning radio.
We're so lost.
One thing we've realized is that if you just turn the I into an exclamation point or like
That
little
bypasses it.
dumb things that is just, you have to show some effort, I guess.
Yeah.
It's weird and creepy.
To effort to be like, no one who follows you or sees this is gonna get it wrong.
Right.
It's
And that's another
not
thing
gonna
is
do
these
anything to
people are
anyone.
following you. So it's
Yeah.
like you should be entrusted with whatever. You could lose followers. That should be the
Right.
punishment.
That's what I always thought when I posted my first time I got banned. Posted a dump, and they're like, "You're gone."
Oh, jeez.
And I'm like, let them unfollow me. They're doing it in droves. Let them do it. It's disgusting. But
Yeah.
don't take me away for the people who are like, I don't mind.
Well, the problem is you could show up in their algorithm, and
It's
then
still
you get
just a dump.
suggested. No,
Now you love
no,
dumps.
No, no.
Now
You
you're just
gotta
getting
look.
dump pictures.
You don't look. Do you ever look into the like when you're searching, you can just find things?
There
You
should
ever
be a
do
way to
that?
mark. Yeah, there should be a way to mark. It's like this is only for people on my feed. This one's not. This one's sensitive.
That's good.
Yeah,
yeah, that
Guys,
would be a good way.
Don't let it out.
That would be a good way to do it.
You ever see one of those like bomb videos going off and it's always like blurry and you're like, hey, careful. And so you click on it.
Yeah.
And have those. Let me set it
Yes. Yeah. Or animal attack videos or some shit.
with my new fucking account. How do you promote your thing without a fucking thing?
It's hard. It's hard. You gotta stop showing your shit, son.
What? That wasn't this time.
Yeah.
And then there was a Jesus fucking Christ store and it was a picture of me fucking me. And they're like, yeah. But no nudity.
It's just, don't put them in the suggestion column.
Yeah. Help us
You know,
out.
like
Right.
suggested for you or whatever it is. Do you know what I'm talking about?
But then
Where you
again,
just-
if the people are into that type
yeah,
of
then
thing,
why
let
can't they get
suggest-
it? Why
Right.
can't they get It's not hurting anybody. Why can't
Why
they get
is
that?
one sense of humor better or different than another?
It's not even a right wing, left wing thing. I'm like, let me.
I think there's certain people where if they had to look at your shit, it would not be a pleasant experience.
That's fair. Let's move on past the shit because I admit some fault in that one. It was a particularly bloody shit. It wasn't just a normal shit.
Oh, it was?
Oh yeah, it was like
Ari
gummy
has
like.
bloody shits.
Yeah, it was bad. I'll find it for you later. It was bad. Like it doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Yeah, they should. There should be I don't know why they don't. Right? Is it a financial decision? Is it a social engineering decision?
They want everyone to be the same. They want everyone the same so they can market the same to everyone with the least amount of effort. We're all different.
Right, but
Let us
here-
have our different experiences.
But here's another thing that we have to make a concession about, or at least talk about. Is like, who's responsible for when you hear about kids getting fucked up from social media, like particularly girls.
They should be on there.
How it fucks up their stuff, but they're gonna be. Everybody's on it. They're all gonna be on it. Like, who's responsible, and what do they do to stop things that could possibly bite them in the ass? Like, are they making decisions that are financial decisions? Like, are they looking at people putting up fucked up things like that and go, hey, we could get sued, or we can get taken down, or people could write articles about how we won't, and then our stock could drop? And are they? I mean, is that what they're doing?
Some of it, because it's not one person. It's a conglomerate of people who just want dividends. That's why there's always forest fires here, because the PG&E is like, we got to give shareholder dividends. So same thing here. They won't do it. But the reality is that they know they're leading people to suicide. Like, shut the whole thing down until you figure out how to do it without that.
I have a friend who works for a big media company, and we were having this conversation, and she was saying that a lot of the people that work there also consider themselves activists.
Because they're doing social change.
That's what they think.
They're concentrating on their own good.
They're not just thinking about their job. They're thinking about the fact that they could like enact change in the world.
Oh, you're
And I
making
go,
people
wow.
upset about things all over the country and the world for to do nothing. You're just filling us all with anxiety and fear.
You're right.
For nothing.
But you understand.
You're not an activist. You're ruining everybody's life.
You understand why, if everybody accepts that definition, they actually think they are, because they get involved in social issues and they spread emails and they, have meetings. Or whatever,
I get it,
whatever
but
the
you're
fuck their
doing it wrong.
responsibilities
You're doing it wrong. Everyone's less happy. Everybody out there is less happy, and everybody feels it. They're doing it wrong. Make them do it right, so we're not all fucking hating our brothers. It's dumb. It's clearly fucking us all up.
It is, but it's
everybody's at each other's throats. It's terrible, and they're doing it. Stop it. You can't do that shit. None of us signed up for that. It's bullshit. We all feel less happy. All of us. Tell me I'm wrong. From 10 years ago to now.
But what do you suggest?
I'm saying they're hurting all of us. We didn't give them permission to do that.
In what way?
We're in there hating each other. The way we turn against our neighbors now. That's all new. The way we're like, I don't talk to my mom anymore because she voted this way. That's crazy.
Right.
That was never a thing. They're doing that to us. And we signed up under the idea that we're sharing pictures of our fucking food, and then they turned each other on each other.
Wait
a minute.
It's awful.
You eat your bloody shit?
We never signed up for this, and now you can't exist without Facebook.
What do you think they're doing?
You can't be a mom
we're not
without
doing to ourselves. What do you think they're doing?
We're unable to stop. We're unable to stop. So if you just put all chemicals in all food without labeling it and like, well, they keep eating it, it's like, yeah, you're putting addictives in there. You have to warn us on things like that. They're testing us. They're putting us forth the stuff that makes us angry on purpose. Everybody knows that. They make you see the stuff that makes you angry.
But
so then you're living in a world where you're constantly angry.
You, by your own admission, changed your algorithm by looking at puppies.
But because they also tell you, hey, just so you know, 2 years ago, you also looked at this thing. So we're going to send you a few reminders there until you get sucked back in on it. You
get sucked back in on hate?
Whatever it is that gets you in there all the time. And mostly, it's fucking anxiety and fear. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me you don't feel the same way over how you were a while ago.
You're 100% right.
We're all doing better.
You're 100% right, but here's my question. Is it us? Are we doing it to ourselves? Is this a natural function of being a person with too much access to information and you only concentrate on the bad stuff? Because you get all the news. You get the whole planet's news.
But you ever like somebody's picture and then suddenly you start seeing all their pictures way, way more? They're like, oh, he shows interest in this. Let's put it forth to him more. It's the stuff that you're against. It's the stuff that you're like, oh, I hate that guy. He got his. They're going to put that more towards us.
Well,
so that's your world.
But it's also because that's what we concentrate on.
People in New York are fucking hating each other.
maybe they can measure
I know. We're
lingering
fucked up as humans,
something.
and they're using that to make us all less happy.
Right, but it's our own will. Like if we have will, then the will is we have to like collectively agree to stop communicating like that.
Sure, I think they should. But in the meantime, they're making sure you see remember when Fox News and MSNBC would show 1/3 anti-news and 1/3 and 2/3 pro-news and then pro-war and then the other way for the other network, just to push people slightly into thinking the war is good or bad.
Right.
They're showing us more. They're not showing us everything all at once. Like it used to be, you would just see your feed. If you post it, I saw your thing. If you post it 10 times, I see your 10 things in a row. Now they don't show everybody everything.
Right.
And they're mostly showing you the stuff they know is going to make you mad. Jealousy about your friends doing shit.
But wait a minute.
Other people looking better than you. So when these girls are looking online, they're seeing these girls that look hotter than them. They're more showing them that than the normal pictures, which is just them sitting down with their brother.
Right, but Ari, it's because that's what people engage with. It's not that
I know,
they're trying
we're fucked
to
up
get you mad.
and they're taking advantage of it.
I agree.
They know they're doing it now. Before Philip Morris knew about the cancer, they weren't doing anything wrong. Once they knew about the cancer and then they covered it up, at that point, you're killing people. You're doing terrible things. You're taking away our happiness.
Okay, so do you
it's
suggest...
nuts. In New York, we're all on the same liberal side, and everyone's looking for an enemy all the time. It's like what you said about those girls who watch the fucking crime shows. They think crime's all around them, and they're only showing us the fucking horrible things. Way more percentage.
This is the CEO of Instagram and what they said in a Senate subcommittee.
About my banning?
Okay, it says, we want people to have meaningful control over their experience. We've been experimenting with favorites, a way for you to decide whose posts you want to see higher up, and we're working on another option to see posts from people you follow in chronological order that don't take photos of their shit.
No.
No, they left that part out.
And we're working on another
I had a
option to see
chance to talk about this briefly today. It's important to me that people have meaningful control over their experience, and I believe a place where you can see everything from the accounts you follow in chronological order is an important thing.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
And that's how it used to be.
That's how it used to
Now
be.
they'll put something
because
2
they want you on
days
there
ago.
longer.
You know what I mean? 2 days ago is something that will pop up, and I'm like, oh, that's that.
All they're trying to do is encourage engagement, right? Is it bad because it makes you more addicted? Like, what's bad about it?
Listen, if their engagement is like, hey, this is a great service, come on all you want. You know, it's Netflix, or if it's like Spotify even, or something like that. It's like, do you like this service? Well, it's here for you. Use it as much as you want. Use it more. Fine. But if they're pushing you to do stuff that's like damaging to you in order to get that, then it's like, no, now it's not fine. Now it's not just a better product that we're going for.
Right.
Now it's your fucking experimenting to sell ads.
It's also there's one thing if you can trick somebody eating food that's not healthy for them by a good commercial, but it's another thing.
They're addicted. You can't be a mother now without going on a mommy blog, without going on a mommy group to help raise your kid right.
I bet Duncan's wife doesn't.
If you're not like talking to your friends now online, like you have to be to keep up as a parent. Maybe that's true.
I bet Duncan's mom keeps it together. Or Duncan's
I bet she's
wife.
on there. And then it's not just that good stuff. I bet she is.
Bet she's mommy blogging.
The mommy blogging part's good. They still do good stuff.
I have a question though. Like if they put out an Instagram 2 and said like we're gonna make some new changes to this new app, do you think people would all migrate to the new app or just stay on the thing they've been using the whole time?
They have to make it like not there anymore.
Delete it.
Yeah. Say you have a year to switch over or whatever.
Because like a video game can put out a new, like people are addicted to games, but the game dies until they put out a new version of it. But you have to go buy the new version. Everybody has to buy it again and to get re-addicted. They can't really put out new versions of these apps that everybody's addicted to. They kind of just have to keep changing it.
Yeah, right,
while people are still using it.
Yeah.
And or the business dies.
That idea could be smart though, having a 2, and if you sign up for 2, everybody that signs up for Instagram 2 that already followed you on Instagram 1
switches
is
over.
following
Just switch
you on
everything
Instagram
over, for
2.
sure. That'd be good.
Or you could select starting from scratch, perhaps. Maybe they could give you an option.
Yeah.
Because
it's just like the likes ended up. That's what makes everybody commit suicide. Is it not getting enough, comparing yourself to other people?
I also have a little bit of a conspiracy.
But let me ask you this. Let's say I give Ari the reins to take over a social media platform. What do you do different? Do you get rid of all the algorithms?
Get rid of the algorithms. I hate being treated like a fucking wallet. We all sort of hate saying something out loud, nice cigar, and then I know I'm going to get ads now for cigars, right? That's all fine, I guess. It's just for advertising, but you're not changing my mood to do it.
Yeah, you want to hear something even weirder? Blair White told me that she had an app on her phone. Was it TikTok? I think it was TikTok. So she met this girl at the gym. They were talking at the gym. They didn't exchange phone numbers. They didn't exchange texts. Then all of a sudden, that girl showed up in her feed.
Yeah.
And she said that girl had like 200 followers or something. I forget.
They know
I forget
you probably have proximity.
Oh yeah,
that
they
doesn't
know
surprise me at all.
If your location's on, they know.
I read something wild about how this works. Your phone is like a number. It doesn't know it's who you are, but it knows this number you're attached to. They can get the data from where your phone is at certain times, so they assume where you're at from 1 to 4 a.m. is probably at home. So they find when you're at a place the most at 1 to 4 a.m. They can find out exactly where you live.
Right.
So then they know who you are based on other data.
And they know how to send you ads there for a Sleep Number mattress then, which is like bad but not terrible because it's not doing anything to you. It's just treating you like a wallet you didn't sign up for.
But that's another level when it introduces you to someone that your phone was near.
Yeah. For sure.
That's so creepy.
You go to someone's profile and then within a day you're getting a text, hey, how you been, man? Just thought about you.
Yeah, bro. Our phones are talking to each other.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this is what's happening.
Yeah.
There's artificial intelligence involved, for sure. But I want to go back to this question. Like, what else would you do differently? So you would get rid of the algorithms. And I do think, as much as I like to think that the algorithms can be, you could have willpower and just only look at interesting things and you get only interesting things in your feed. I also know that there's
That's unrealistic.
There's a lot of people that are susceptible to a lot of weird shit in life like that.
Remember when they said you couldn't market cigarettes to minors anymore? They stopped Joe Camel who I know I resemble.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like,
You exactly I resemble. Yeah.
But like they were like, hey, that's not fair. The defenses aren't up and you're going to dick them forever. That's not fair.
But here's the thing. If you here's some issues like teenage girls.
Yeah.
They have a lot of body image issues that come off of these Instagram pages and things. So what would be the solution to that? You can't stop them from posting their pictures.
Right.
Right. And then girls are always going to compare. And that's the thing about like body types, and especially like with young girls, like a lot of it is just a wild genetic roll of the dice.
Yeah.
Like you got lucky and you got this amazing body. Like that does happen. And for some girls, it's like infuriating and it makes them so jealous and it fills them with anxiety and also gives them like weird feelings about their own body.
And
like,
you're supposed to leave that at school
and
and then not think about it while you're at home after that for the next 16 hours.
Well,
now
that's
it's constantly.
Then there's the bullying. They bully each other. So like they'll pile onto one girl or another girl and they'll go after each other and they'll shame
girls
each
are
other.
exceptional bullying, way better than us.
Yeah.
So
Well-
like that, if that doesn't stop, the emotional bullying stop when you get at least the guys like I can't beat you up online, but like the girls can do exactly what they do online for 16 hours a day.
But this is the problem with social media and children. It's like children are not designed for that. You're designed to learn how to communicate and make friends with the group of people that are around you. But then when you're sniping at each other late at night with like these evil text messages.
Yeah.
Group
Did you hear what
text
someone so said
messages.
about
Yeah.
you? Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Do you let your kids have them?
Yeah, it's a conversation we should have privately.
I honestly,
I'll
I'm not a parent.
I'll tell you like how I
Okay.
regulate it, but I do right. But
I talk to my siblings. I talk to cousins. I think I don't have kids. I think you're crazy if you let anyone under 18 have one of those. I think it's nuts to let them have access to that. Knowing what we know.
There's two arguments. There's two arguments. Yes, it's definitely dangerous. And two, if they don't do it and all their friends do it, they feel like a fucking outcast and a weirdo.
Yeah, I guess so.
And it's gonna get into their lives anyway. So what do you think we should suggest?
Start talking to each other. Get all the parents in a class to be like, guys, we got to get them off this. You've all seen it, so like,
Well, you also got to talk to the kids too. You can't keep them in the dark. You got to talk. Lighter. You got to talk to them about what's happening. Like
tell them, show them the studies and stuff. Kids are smart now.
No,
way smarter than we were.
I played a documentary for them. I played that Social Dilemma documentary.
For who? For your
For my
kids?
kids.
It's pretty obvious after you see it. They put it in real terms.
Yeah, it shows you what's going on, and it makes you think like what the negative aspects of this are.
You delete an app, and then it's like it's back on, and suddenly like I don't know when it got back on.
Really?
Yeah, everybody, like people say that all the time. I deleted Instagram, and then it's like, oh, I guess I have it again. I'm not saying they put it back on. They just started doing it because they got
What do
bored.
you mean? Your phone came back on? What are you saying?
No, like you take
Phone's
Instagram off
haunted?
your phone, so you don't fucking think about it all the time. And then people are like, 2 months later, I guess I'm back
and then
on
they
all the
just
time.
put it back on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's here's the other thing. If
Parents, get together and talk
You're
to
in a
each
fucking
other.
car and you're a passenger and you're driving somewhere and no one's talking.
Yeah.
It's nice to look at it.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. It is that too.
It's just every time I check in on the cultural conversation, people are more off the rails.
I have a little bit of a conspiracy theory that the push by media,
Yeah.
because I found it weird that media was covering that Instagram's causing mental health issues. And I thought to myself, Facebook owns Instagram.
Yeah.
And if they make it look like Instagram's the naughty one that the kids shouldn't be on, and Facebook always plays to a little bit of an older crowd, it's an older app, right? Then it makes it look like Facebook is the lesser of two evils. But
right.
meanwhile, they own
It's
everything.
just the same
so by
company.
making Instagram look, well, you could be on Facebook as long as you want, but Instagram only an hour a day.
You sound like a conspiracy theorist.
I mean, I'm keeping an eye. Keeping an
I don't
eye
know,
on
but
it.
they're not doing it right. There needs to be some sort of regulation or something. It's I don't know. I don't know why you would let you have kids like
I see what you're saying, I think we're moving in a general direction of connectivity that's going to be very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's avoidable. I think at this point we've passed any markers that would indicate to me that we have any indication that people are interested in slowing down, that people are interested in reversing course. Small groups of people. Like, it's almost like we're sliding towards the edge of a cliff, and small groups of people are like, I think I'm going to get off the raft, and I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to just, like, plant tomatoes. I'm not going to ride this thing off the rails. But a lot of people are just going to ride it right off the cliff.
Yeah.
Like, most people are just going to ride it right off the cliff.
Yeah, and the people that leave are like, why aren't you guys all getting off?
Yeah.
But it's bad. You're also, it favors a world where you just speak a response without thinking.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, you read the headline, weigh in. So like all conversation is almost
algorithms too.
meaningless.
Yeah.
It's just like, it doesn't favor what you want to teach your children. Like, think about stuff, make an informed decision. Now it's like, I read this, here's my reaction.
It's a lot of virtue signaling. One thing that I noticed during the chaos that I went through a few months ago is that the tweet that happened, there was more quote tweets than retweets. So everybody's taking this thing that looks bad and giving their opinion on it. Can't believe anything like this. There's no excuse in the world.
And the ones everybody sees more, the negative ones. So you see like, oh, I guess everybody hates.
I should do it too. If I don't say anything, they're gonna think that I find this acceptable.
Yeah. And then you're seeing everybody think somebody's terrible or president's
also,
terrible or whatever's terrible.
We've been given this extraordinary ability to communicate with each other without any understanding of what the effects of it are and how to use it correctly, how to manage it. Like
None.
I mean, other classes on like what's the best way to communicate with people online where you could teach people? What's the best way to
should be
interact?
in schools. If that's the way it's going to be, you got to teach them how to operate
deal with
online.
the anxiety of someone criticizing you online or the anxiety of someone embarrassing you online. Because there's certain things that happen to kids like that I think are fucking devastating. My concern is that this is a cliff that we're flying on, but it's not just this part about it. It's the nature of technology getting intertwined in your life in an inescapable manner, and it's happening. It's happening to the point where we're going to be reliant completely on some kind of technology, and it's one step towards us integrating.
Yeah,
we're going to biology and electronics will be there's going to be a complete symbiosis. That's going to happen in our life.
And the problem with that, obviously, is it's terrible. But like they've asked, you know how you're a different person in front of different people?
Yeah.
So like the way we talk to each other is different than.
Yeah, that's the most fun thing about having comedian friends.
Exactly. You look around like, damn, I'm glad nobody heard that. Yeah.
I ran into Ari today at the coffee shop that I go to every day here in Austin, coincidentally. And I'm like, hey, dude, this is what it would be like if we ran into each other, if you lived here in Austin. And without any hesitation, he just tapped me right in the dick and balls. And,
doubled him over.
And I immediately flopped down. I immediately flopped down and sat next to him. And I noticed, other people are looking like, wow, whatever that just was. To us, completely natural. I'm like, so what do you want? You want a coffee or something?
Yeah, you're like, you're right to do it. I left myself open to it. Yeah.
I think that shit posting and all the mean stuff that people do online is almost inevitable with the human animal. I mean, we're some kind of wild primate, right? We're just a higher level of primate. But I also think, unlike all the other animals, we can sort through things and see a problem and offer a solution. And I think a solution that can be offered, you're not going to stop people from using social media. You're not going to stop people from using phones. But you can tell them how to do it.
Yeah.
You can tell people, like, look, the way people communicate online in such a mean, nasty way that you wouldn't do in person, that is a weakness. It's a weakness.
It doesn't mean that what you think it means. It doesn't mean what they're saying.
But it's a weakness of if you're doing that, that's a weakness.
Yeah.
And that's not how human beings are supposed to communicate with each other. It's a base, like it's a real quick to do thing where it's not like a lot of the mean things that people say. I bet if you gave them time to think about it, like they probably wouldn't say it.
Right.
If
it's
you
like, do you really
talked to
mean
them
that?
about it,
do you really mean that?
If you were in those impulsive
not.
moments where they just want to say something mean
and that's
nasty.
what it favors, the quickest response. So that's the nastiest. Like,
but it's also us. It's us being able to communicate without the normal boundaries of like the social intimacy of being so close that you can hear somebody. If you're talking to somebody, you're supposed to be able to hear them talking to you back.
So you're not allowed to have just like, hey, this is just for some people.
You have to have real integrity to take the behavior that you only exhibit when people are around you and extend that to your digital life. And most people don't do that. Most people, they'll act like a real piece of shit in their digital life if you know that no one knows it's you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like people love to do that and troll and make comments.
And they also expose you to stuff that you would never, like the people mad at Chappelle, it's like, you're not even supposed to see this. You guys are never the audience. Like you weren't even supposed to be presented this in front of you.
There's definitely people that get mad and they have a point.
They're only giving it to you because they know you're going to hate it.
It's people that never would have saw it otherwise, and they can't fathom what comedy is.
That's not true. He's one of the greatest comedians of all
I know,
time.
but those people were just not
people want to watch comedy?
Not trans people, those people that got mad.
The wokesters?
Yeah, the people that got mad.
That's what those specifically were never supposed to be the audience. They were never like, yeah, you guys are never going to get it. Get out of here.
Stumbling on it themselves is different than
That's
being
different.
told by your own people that this is bad.
Oh,
Someone
you're gonna
messed
hate
up.
this.
Yeah.
Like that's your introduction for me. Oh, it's not like, hey, he's a very funny comic. Please welcome one of the greats. Not that. Just
What I was
you're gonna
gonna
hate
say-
this.
What I was going to say is there's definitely people that are going to be upset, whether they're right or wrong.
Yeah.
And they want to have a conversation with it. That's great. But there's also people that take advantage of a moment, and they're grifters. And those people take advantage of a moment. They expand on whatever he said and make it sound way worse than it really was. It was really like kind of almost like a love letter to his friend who died.
Yeah.
You know, was it historically accurate? Like, was it like he's trying to make it funny?
Right.
Yeah.
Telling jokes.
Obviously.
Yeah. I
Also,
mean,
he's an artist and can do whatever the fuck he
yeah,
wants.
and I'm sure, you know, I mean, it's funny. It's a funny fucking story. It's not transphobic. It's not. So if you say like having a conversation about someone, like that's a phobia of that person. Like, are we gonna do that with everything? Or are we just gonna do that with some things?
Right.
You know, are we gonna do that with all genders and all races and all? Is everything gonna be off limits to talk about it? So what is off limits? What stuff? What stuff specifically?
Nothing. It's up to the artist to figure
Right.
out what he wants to talk about. You can just not like it. You can be like, well, I didn't like this version or whatever.
Here's
Like,
the
all
thing
right.
about the Chappelle special. They don't really generally talk about what he actually said.
No.
They're not quoting anything.
They're quoting their memories of a headline that they already heard.
Well, they've
never even seen it.
calling it transphobic, but there's not like a bit that gets singled out where people say, "Oh, that line." If you like, and most of that would
Oh,
be
yeah,
out of
good point.
context anyway. But there's not a bit. Like, do you remember when Sam Kinison? There was a lot of controversy with Kinison when he was coming up, and Dice Clay in particular. Like, and Dice Clay got banned off of SNL because didn't he
MTV.
do MTV? That's
Yeah.
right. Because didn't he do like period jokes or something?
Pope.
The Pope.
Ooh.
No. Sorry, Sinead.
did
That was Sinead O'Connor did the Pope, and they didn't want her on. Dice was like something terrible. Yeah.
Yeah,
Something awesome. I mean.
They banned him for life.
Yeah, off MTV. I think he cursed. No, because you could curse on MTV back then, right?
No, it was like what?
Fucking Rolling Stone.
Andrew Dice Clay banned for life.
1999.
1989. Okay, this was I was a year into comedy. I had a point, but I've lost my
He
point.
went ahead and debuted two of his famous dirty nursery rhymes. Including Rockabye Baby on the Treetop and Your Mother's a Whore, I Ain't Your Pop. And said two of George Carlin's 7 dirty words you can never say on television for good measure. Oh, he went in with a fucking plan to piss these people off.
Of course.
Nice.
He's Dice Clay.
Let me ask you a question, though.
What did I
that Chappelle thing. All
Yes.
those people being against Chappelle.
Yeah.
Why do you think you heard so much about a tiny, tiny amount of people who were saying that?
Because it's an interesting conversation to everybody else. It's gossip.
It's almost nobody, and you hear tons about
but
it.
it's the most famous comic on the planet.
Yeah.
It's a red hot social issue that's in the news every day.
And
there's
so
a
you're more
conflict.
interested than that than the 99% of people. Or you hear more about that than 99% of people who go like, yeah, another great fucking funny special. You don't hear that. They push this shit in front of you.
Yes.
Instead of that shit. So now you're thinking there's this attack going on. And it's just not and then everyone's weighing it and everyone starts to feel something about something. That's the shit that should be illegal. They're making everything you see is curated to make you the maddest.
Right, but they're
I
just,
see that Chappelle shit too, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, they got me again. I
Right.
shouldn't even know they're mad.
But they're doing things that'll get people to pay attention, right? They're writing articles that'll get people to pay attention. Their outrage is directed at getting people to pay attention because that's where the money is.
Yeah.
The money is the more people read the article, the more money it generates.
Gia Tolentano wrote it, Jezebel, and she said, people used to get mad at me for the articles I wrote, not knowing I was instructed by my editor to write articles that would make people upset. Like,
I would have issue with that. This is why. If you have a name, your name's Ari Shaffir, and you write an article, and that article pisses me the fuck off, and then I read an article about you later, and this article is different. This article is just you being you. Like, you should almost do it under a different name.
or like, there's a bubble of everything you do.
Well, if if you're gonna be, if it's just a little art project, because that's what it is.
Well, like
It's
if Woody
an art
Allen
project
plays
for
music,
money.
like he does, a separate thing from his normal thing, he can still go by Woody Allen.
No, Ari, no. This is totally different.
What do you mean?
Because you
If it's something
understand
that
what
you
you're
don't
saying
want
then.
your reputation associated with in an opinion, then maybe use a
not-
pen name.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's
No,
what I'm saying.
Totally. Sure,
Yeah,
sure,
yeah,
sure.
you- like-
you should be allowed to be yourself somehow.
Well, yeah, but that's if you're being told, I want you to piss people off, but that's not your honest intent, like what you
Right.
would want to do. So when you're writing it, you're not really writing it as you.
No.
You're writing it as it's a job. right? You're looking at it as like a thing. You're going to pretend you're a dick about something. Or you're going to pretend you're outraged about something. You're going to piss people off. You're going to say something a little over the edge outrageous.
Or just telling about something outrageous someone else did.
Yeah.
You're reporting these stories like, oh, so-and-so is the worst. Not just did something a little wrong. So-and-so is the worst. Because it's getting you mad. It's getting you mad. Isn't he terrible? Here's what else he did bad.
Yeah.
Instead of like, the New York Times story, leaving out all the consensual stuff.
If you are a person who's a writer and you have a name, like if your name's Ari Shaffir, and I know that when I read an Ari Shaffir column, I'm going to get his thoughts and his feelings. But if you're bullshitting because your editor told
being paid
you
to,
because you're being paid to, you should probably have an extra name from that.
Yeah, it's bullshit. It's not real journalism or anything, but like, yeah, it's gross.
What's not? Is it journalism? It's editorialism, right? It's
yeah,
like,
probably.
It's like journalism is stories. These are just like, it's part of it is their take on things.
But also, so those negative ones are what you're gonna end up. You and me are gonna end up seeing more of. So then we just get a version of the world that everybody's hateful and angry at each other. And you don't see the 99% of. You ever get mad at a comic for like, what? They took that stance online? And then you go like, I haven't seen any of their like jokes though in like a long time. So why are they showing me this one? Because they're like, oh, that one pissed off Tony. Let me show it to Ari and Joe. I bet they'll be pissed off with it too.
Yeah, there's definitely that, but there's also like the network of people that you follow. They'll start sharing things, and then you'll start finding things, and we gravitate towards
the
disaster.
negative for sure. Yeah, look at this. Do you believe this person said this?
We love
true.
disasters.
Yeah, it gets pushed forward. We live in that world now.
Yeah,
and lingering over something feels like it would be more of a negative thing sometimes than a positive thing, right? You know what I mean? Because you're staring at something dumbfounded. Like if a comedian who I'm not that close with says something stupid and some weird political take, I do find myself reading it like 15 times. Whereas
I try to fight it now by going, hey, that's a comedian. I'm sure I can find something funny. Like, what were they meaning? Maybe they weren't being, although the social stuff is like,
I mean, it really is a little weird, though. Both L.A. and New York. I mean, you can admit it is sort of crazier than ever what's going on out there,
serious
especially
posts
with the
from
comedians.
Comics.
Yeah,
it's like, what are you doing here?
Yeah,
what are you weighing in on something? You're a fucking top shelf writer in the world,
right?
And you're weighing in seriously on a subject.
It's been freaking me out for a while.
Well, they feel like it's part of the job of like, having these conversations with the people in your tribe to let everybody know you should keep working with me because I am on the right page.
Yeah,
I am there with you, and I am a proponent of social justice.
Right. Every agency in Hollywood sent letters to their fucking clients saying, hey, after George Floyd, like, we here at CAA, we here at William Morris, we here at ITM, we stand for social justice. That's why we've always had fucking black clients and shit like that. You should know that if you're with us, you're on the right side of history. They all fucking did that.
Yeah.
Because you have to at that moment go, oh, not me though, right?
Well, there was a fucking fever pitch in the air.
God. And so that everybody does that. Every once in a while you fall prey to it online and you post a tirade. You ever see a multi-part tweet?
Yeah.
You're like, I can't get this all in. Like, don't say it all.
We have to take into consideration, we're really fortunate that we have podcasts. Because in a podcast, you can express yourself in the exact way you would in any other way, in real life.
Still, it's rushed. Yeah, you're right. But still, it's rushed. You see everybody. You ever see podcast clips where it's like 6 of the same story? So-and-so and so-and-so were fighting. And then you see like Schulz and Dylan and Godfrey and like a bunch of others like, oh, you all have a reaction to this. Because they're all trying to like, let me get our reaction quick. Nobody stops and thinks about it. You know how Henry Rollins...
but it's things to talk about.
Yeah, I know, but you know how Henry Rollins said, like, he takes 6 months before he starts writing about stuff? He lets it set in his mind.
Right.
This is valuing the opposite of that. If you get if you have a fucking, I don't know, Houston fucking whatever take now, it's like, now, who cares?
Right.
And he's like, well, I've had a month to think it out. And you're like, nah, nobody cares anymore. It values the quick response. And that's the world we're in now. That's what's getting to us all the time. Quick response, don't take time.
Something about for some reason I'm wired that if you do it live or with friends or in front of a live audience, it's the opposite. Because like when we were at Skankfest when Astroworld happened, we were in this city that it happened in. I was still in bed with one eye open reading about this tragedy that happened in the city that I'm in, realizing that it's a comedy festival and I have a show at noon and I am first.
You're
literally.
You got the first crack at it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're waiting for you.
And so I was working out these Astroworld jokes. By 4 p.m., it's solid.
Yeah.
See, that right there is the difference between a comedian and a regular person.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons why people hate us.
I hate us.
Meanwhile,
and
on
to
the
everyone
internet-
at Skankfest, they're like, yes, Tony
Right.
did it. And they show it to people out of there. They're like, too soon. I'm like, yeah, for you.
Right.
It's not for you. I
Right.
do know my audience. It ain't you.
Meanwhile,
Ugh.
there at Skankfest, it is. What are the odds that
Why
this
didn't
tragedy
you
is down
have-
this street? It's
why didn't you
incredible.
have a
Like, it's like the
Houston
lottery.
Maria
They
joke?
felt so blessed because it's like, yeah, we are the people that laugh at or not laugh at tragedies, but joke about tragedies.
Jamar was like, what's wrong with you guys
Professionally.
that we haven't had one death here? You're gonna
Right,
let
yeah.
Taylor, whatever, Swift dude, whatever, show us up?
Yeah.
Taylor Swift, dude.
Whatever his name is. What's his name? Travis Scott. Yeah. it was so much
This
fun.
is the
Like, not
worst
this
take
one?
on Astroworld the world has ever known, for sure. It's a tragedy. How many people died?
Nobody we know is the answer.
But if they were,
No, it's not.
We would have heard by now.
Yeah.
how many people died?
5 to 8. I'm not 100% sure.
Died.
You can't do that. We're having a good time.
We're gonna put water on this fire right now.
10.
10 people died.
I got double
Damn.
digits. That's not bad. That's a ruckus. That guy brings the vibe.
Yeah, that is truly a ruckus.
You're fucking-
drinks in the air,
Yeah.
like it's a liquid spraying everywhere.
So what was the cause of did people get trampled? Did people get pushed to the ground? Like
People were being dosed, they said also? Was there a bunch of stuff they were saying?
No.
People
James,
got
this is
jacked?
crazy
Jamie's
rumor.
specialty.
That was
This
a
is-
lot, yeah.
there was a crazy rumor that someone was running around injecting people with drugs.
Wow. Yeah, I heard that. But I
have
was
you-
like, what did that have to do with the trampling?
But the rumor went far because I think the sheriffs actually reported that the security guard
Right.
had to be
Yeah.
get Narcan.
Right, that he got a shot in the neck.
But
Really?
there was a security guard when they asked him, he said, actually, I got punched or something like that. Like, I
Oh,
never
interesting.
got
I do
a
know security guards
injection.
often say when they're at festivals that they got somebody dose them so they can get off work. And they get to go join the concert.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Hey, man, somebody sprayed acid on me. I'm sorry, but let me see how I feel in 20 minutes just so you know. And it's like, hey, it's kicked. Like, all right, get out of here. Work tomorrow.
Security guard is a weird job because you're not a cop.
But you want to be one.
You kind of want to be one, and a lot of them act like one. That's why I first understood the relationship that cops have often to other people, is that there's a us versus them thing, because the security guards all bonded together, because there was like occasionally there were fights, and occasionally things were physical. They got like real physical.
Yeah.
Like, I watched quite a few.
Where?
Security
UFC?
Great Woods when I was a security guard. I was a security guard for
At a mall?
few years at a performing arts center at a mall.
Oh, I don't know. What's that
It
better?
was a concert center.
Oh, okay.
They hired all these black belts from my Taekwondo school. So the security was like 4 or 5 black belts from my Taekwondo school, and then all these real professional security
Is that
guys.
Joe Rogan running after hundreds of people?
I didn't chase after anybody.
This is Astroworld.
Oh, this is Astroworld.
like-
People piling out.
This has
Oh my
been-
god.
This was earlier in the day. The fence. This happened in multiple
shit.
places.
Oh,
where-
people
Oh my
crash the
god, the
fence.
fence just crashes.
Yeah, and they couldn't
people are
stop
getting
people from
trampled.
getting in. So this
Oh
was-
my god, this is horrible.
And no one knows in the back that they're pushing onto people.
Dude, this
God
is
damn.
horrible. This is horrible.
This led to like later in the night.
Look at
though,
that
there
guy's
was
trying to help
too
people
many
up.
people there, not enough people to like crowd control.
Oh
And
my
in certain
God.
areas, there
Oh my
was an
God.
issue.
This
But
is
this was just like
terrible.
earlier in it.
Oh my god,
Those people are
just
stepped on over
running
and over again. They
people.
can't get up.
Fuck.
Oh.
So what we used to do is we had to stop people from bringing in liquor. So one of the things that we did was, as we were waiting for people to come in, we would have to check their bags, and they all were trying to stow away liquor. So we'd find like bottles of expensive wine. We had to take it all. So we had barrels of booze. I'm not kidding.
To go home with?
Like, yeah, we all split it up. All the security people, they gave it to us. So you had like barrels of wine coolers and shit. You know, who's that one guy? That famous singer,
Dave Matthews.
bald head, but all the women love him. Older guy. God damn it! You just call out my name.
Neil Simon?
What the fuck is
No, John Denver.
No. God damn it!
Oh, James.
Yeah, James Taylor.
James
What?
Taylor.
James Taylor.
Yeah.
Yes. He would play, and girls they would
Don't
bring
start
wine.
till you're 18, kids.
They would bring wine. They would all bring wine and everything. We'd steal their wine. You can't
Yeah.
take this in 1930. Blah, blah, blah. Sorry.
Have to.
Wow.
Sorry, you're not supposed to bring it. And so they could either go home or they could give up the wine, and then we'd have bottles just
Imagine
giant dumpsters of these
Imagine how
fucking
boring
booths.
it is watching James Taylor live sober.
Yeah.
So the other thing,
I brought in just wine.
the other thing we used to have to
cares?
do is we'd have to make sure that things didn't go haywire, and that's the day I quit. The day I quit is there was a concert, a Neil Young concert, and they started fires.
What?
And so there was a whole lawn area, and it was
Fucking
kind of cold
hippies.
out. So these people just decided to start fires, and they were throwing they had like boxes and stuff, and they had gasoline. It was wild.
Whoa.
Dude. There was fires.
What?
So they stopped the concert. They stopped the concert, and there was like physical fist fights. And I always carried a hoodie because I had my big security shirt on. But as soon as shit went down, I'm like, zipped up that hoodie. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Gone.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm like, I'm
literal
not
fires.
getting in any street fights with you fucking for $20 an hour or whatever I'm getting. I'm gonna fight some drugged up Neil Young fan who's got a fucking motorcycle jacket on.
Nah,
Like,
who's got a knife?
Yeah,
No thanks.
what are we doing here? I'm not doing this.
He's not going to go at you by the rules of jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, I'm not a cop. I was like, I'm just supposed to steal people's booze.
Dude, I was hanging out in Bonnaroo with one of the security guards for comedy and the promoter, Sam, and we were just like, oh, where can we get some Molly this hour? He goes, oh, I'll ask the other security guards. It was just like go stock up on seized drugs and go have a fucking great time. It's awesome.
Security guards at those places probably all sell drugs.
All of it. Yeah, probably. Hey, I'm off. I'm going to turn a profit.
Everybody sells drugs at those things.
I mean, like, I feel like that would be wasted, money if you didn't do it. Like, if anybody would sell drugs, like especially good drugs,
You ever get
at a
taken
concert,
at
it should be the
TSA?
security guards.
Some TSA and they're like, hey, we gotta take this knife, and you're like, hey, it's a good one. Can you please like use it? I get it, you have to take it, but like I want you to use it. Like it's a good thing.
Yeah, it depends on who's taking that knife, though. You might look at one guy, you're like, bitch, you're never gonna use
You
this.
Yeah.
Send it to my house.
Like, come on, give it to the other one.
I'm gonna take a later flight. Give me my fucking knife back. Yeah.
Dude, one time me and Soder were going into I think Outside Lands, and he had these, just came from Denver, had these joints that were shaped like cigarettes with the brown tips in the bottom, so it looked
nice.
like, I mean, it's just, and he puts it in a cigarette case, 4 joints,
Nice.
perfect.
Yeah.
Go in there, take your keys or whatever, and he goes, oh no, you can't bring cigarettes in here. And he was like, what? And then I was like, right behind him, long security line. And I was like, well, can we just smoke one before we go in? And the guy's like, you have to wait in line again. I'm like, fucking shit. And Soda just gave up. He was like, fine, no, I don't need the cigarettes.
How come you can't smoke cigarettes there?
I guess it was a no cigarette rule there.
Oh, it's
So
outdoor though, right?
Throws it in the garbage. And I'm like, motherfucker. And then he's searching me. And I'm like, whatever, I don't have anything. We came right from Montreal. He stopped by his house. And then he's like, go ahead. And I just walked by the trash can and just threw my hand in it and picked up the fucking cigarettes. I was
Did
like,
you?
make a fucking move. He's not going to kick me out. He'll tell me to. And, and then Dan's like, go, 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 go. And it was so perfect. He saw it. He was too far away. And he was like, I was starting to hope you would. And then right when you passed it, he's like, the guy wasn't looking anymore.
Ari, which a clutch move.
Yeah,
one of
that's
my
balls,
greatest.
dude.
One of my greatest.
Clutch move.
Saved it. We both cried listening
Very
to Nine Inch Nails.
clutch.
Yeah.
Very clutch. I'm sure the word probably got out and people snuck stuff in somewhere.
Yeah, you do it in your shoe.
You tape it right next to your dick.
Bottom of your shoe.
Tape it on your dick. You just got saran wrap. You wrap your dick with the joints.
That sheath
with saran
underwear
wrap.
is actually quite good at smuggling joints in because it's got a ball pouch.
Yeah.
So you keep it in there, it won't fall through. Boxers
Ooh.
are the worst.
Yeah.
Sheath underwear is the best.
Right.
Smuggling.
It really
in.
is. It has a pocket there.
How many joints do you think you could wrap around your dick and then saran wrap it before it didn't feel like a dick anymore?
Before people don't believe
Right.
you. Like, that's not even. No way. That guy's that
Before
big.
TSA pre is like, no. What's going on here?
You start walking with your hands
nothing.
out.
That's my dick.
Yeah. Well,
What are you
Ari,
doing
you
with
have
my
giant balls.
I do have bad balls.
Has anybody ever liked, do you have anything in your balls?
Like, come on, sir. There's clearly something here.
What if
This
you
is
just
obviously
explain?
not just you.
What if you just explain that it's a splint to help enlarge your penis,
Yeah.
and that you wear it 24 hours a day and you have to?
Or the process has to start over.
Yes.
Don't do this to me,
Yes.
dude.
Don't do this
Yeah.
to me. It's just a splint. It's a penis splint. Have you ever look at it online? Penis splint. They stretch your penis out, sir.
Nobody wants to Google that.
No
so
one's
they
doing it
won't.
in front of you.
Yeah.
Dudes do that though. There's dudes that stretch their dick out. Like they literally like grab the tip of their dick and a device and pull on it, or they put weights on their dick.
To over time stretch it out?
Yes, to over time.
No, that doesn't work.
Well, if you go to Africa and you see those naked ladies and you see how their boobs are flapping and hanging low like that,
Because they're
that's what happens when things get pulled on, when gravity pulls on it. That's why girls wear bras. You get it? That's why Ari's balls sag.
They have been sinking lower and lower.
He doesn't have the proper underwear to support his shit. So
Need a separate
gravity
pouch
keeps
for-
pulling on it.
Well, I
Gravity
mean-
can do that to your dick too, apparently.
I don't know about that, man.
Well, then why would your
I
dick
think
not
so.
go all down also?
This is
Dude,
real.
I am not bullshitting. There are guys who have apparatuses strapped to their dick, and they crank on it, and it like lengthens
I
their
sort
dick.
of believe. Is your
Click,
dick
click,
bigger
click,
now
click,
than
click.
when you were like 16, 17?
It's a
When you
good
were fully
question.
grown?
Good question.
Mine is. Over time, maybe
Over
it
time.
does.
Maybe it does. All that pulling on it. You're always pulling on the fucking thing.
Yeah.
I think there's something about blood flow there.
Yeah, but also, what if you can increase the size of it by pulling on it? Like,
But
imagine
that doesn't
if
change the amount of muscle and tendon on the inside and
you
the
got a
tubes.
muscle in your dick.
True. I get what you're
Yeah.
saying. But what about those necks? It's the
I think-
Karens who stretch their necks.
Could you imagine if there was a dick machine at Gold's Gym? There's a machine you shove your dick in, you just fucking lift weights with your cock.
The line's just out the door.
Hey, dude, wipe it down before next guy.
Can we please get more than one of these machines?
That would be like
No
the
other
real
machines
question.
being used.
Are you so vain you use the dick machine? And
Everyone
eventually,
is.
Everyone's going to use the
Yeah.
dick machine. You
I
know?
wouldn't. I wouldn't. Well, there's no line right now. They just put in a new one.
Like, what is the machine that girls always use at the gym? Oh, that donkey kick one, for sure. When they have, like, their butt up in the air and they throw kicks backwards. You know, you push against, like, a weight thing. You ever seen that?
Talking to the wrong guy.
You know, they do this kind of shit.
Yeah.
To get their butts going?
Yeah, girls
Nice.
love that one, right? That's when girls do.
The last time I was at a gym was sober October 3 years ago.
Ah, dude, you got ripped. You should have kept it going. I was hoping you were going to keep it going.
There's a lot
I was
of
hoping
work.
we talked you into. Yeah, it's a lot of work. It's called life.
What a good answer.
I thought
yeah.
we.
What? Yeah.
Exactly. I thought we talked you into a lifetime of fitness after that, but nope. Already
No.
went right back to slovenly ways.
Maybe it was a moment of like, maybe I should do that, and just like, done. No way. So much easier to not do it. I
It
get
was
it.
funny though, because you were so competitive. You're so into it while it was happening.
Yeah.
You were very formidable. You put in some good.
I pushed you a
time.
little.
Put in some good numbers.
Yeah. I would do it at night when everybody was asleep and they wake up to me
Ah,
fucking
it's
lapping
very
them.
anxiety. Oh, look at this penis stretcher. See, top 4. 4 of the best 10 penis extender stretchers.
Can I break in right now? That photo on the left? See that bottom left? The cartoon?
Uh-huh.
I got flagged for sexuality. Posting something
Wow.
like that. A cartoon.
Look what this says. 4 out of 10 best penis extender stretchers that impressed me as a user.
This is a guy that definitely used a pen name.
It says Irvine Weekly.
Yeah.
So that's like that Irvine newspaper? Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Let's see what it's
this
like.
The
guy,
Irvine Weekly.
The
Oh, wow,
Irvine
yeah.
Weekly is
That's
out
a
there
free
stretching
newspaper.
dicks.
How to find the best device for yourself. Brand partner content.
Yep.
That's a key one.
Okay, so it's an ad, but
Finding
Yeah.
the best penis extender can feel like navigating a puzzling maze.
No, don't say it like you already, like it's a given article. No, none of us have thought about this before.
Hold on.
What'd you say?
In this penis extender review, you'll find a personal testimonial based on many years of experience using different penis enlargement devices. This guy's a pervert.
This guy,
Oh, wow.
Many years of experimenting on dick pulling? How dare he? How dare he
He's-
write this article and just
He's an expert,
subtly
he's
throw
saying.
that in there?
well, what if you found once one worked? Wouldn't that be it?
That would
That'd be
be
it.
It's a
I got
very-
one.
It's over.
What's
That's
the
a very
experiment?
good-
I'm saying marketed
Very good
improvement
point.
Keep going.
in my
Yeah.
dick size with this product. Why would I ever take
He's
a second
switching.
without using it?
He's like, no. Now we need a girth machine. Oh, the deluxe is $349. Jamie, buy 5.
Can you please get one?
Buy,
Can you please get one and have
Please
four?
get Quick Extender Pro prices and find out the updated prices. And maybe there's find if there's a coupon code on there.
This one's the only FDA approved one.
Oh, the FDA got
Whoa.
involved. They must be making money.
Yeah.
They're making money on dick size.
It's a classic style.
The FDA approved this and not the vaccine?
the Fallosan
remember,
Forte.
You remember when Viagra first came out?
It rocked the fucking country.
Changed the world.
Would you trust a German penis extender, Ari?
I would if they didn't know it was going to me.
Look, is that thing to cup the balls? What's the thing in the bottom? Is that the gripper?
That's a speculum.
There's so much metal there. That's
the gripper.
bothering me.
Oh, and then you slowly pull it out like.
Oh, Jesus. That metal
Yeah,
and
it's metal. That should be rubber.
plus dick
That should be
equals
rubber.
ouch.
No reason to have that metal. It looks
It
like
should be-
trappy places.
Yeah.
A girl finds that.
Trappy. Ouch.
Skin in, or dick
Yeah,
skin
like,
gets
ah.
caught.
Your
Well,
new
there's gotta
girlfriend
be.
finds that in a cabinet somewhere. Like, what is this? Just like,
Oh,
oh, that's
that's
a
Hold on.
soup stir.
What is- yeah.
Go back right there. That's how it works. Look. that thing grabs the balls.
And pushes it away. That's going to extend your balls, though.
No, everything. Everything gets stretched out.
Dude, you pump it up like a fucking barber chair.
Ooh.
You push down on it.
Whoa. Look at that
Yikes.
What the fuck?
Yeah. It's
New Year's Eve noisemaker right there.
It's like a milking device.
it
Jamie,
is a
can you order
milking-
5 of those for
milking-
next time I'm here?
Milking dicks. Getting your dick to grow.
Shane and Mark.
We're gonna have a time in our lifetime
what
where
are the
this
drawbacks?
like Giga Chad, this
Drawbacks.
thing. Oh, drawbacks.
I waited
This is
too
all-
long for the
sorry,
results.
This is just for this particular one.
Oh.
Yeah, never mind.
What is this guy saying though? Hold
It
on.
took me a
Yeah,
pretty
just
long
see
time
that.
to figure out how to create
The
a vacuum.
Velocium Fort version is incredibly comfortable, but such
real
stretching
reviews.
of the penis with the help of a strap, which created tension in the structure, failed to achieve significant results. Like, what a weird way to talk about stretching your dick.
Also, the next one's incredible. I found the Philosophin Forte Plus construction somewhat uncomfortable and even unsafe if your penis is more than 6 inches wide. It's like, dude, if your penis is more than 6 inches wide, what are you doing stretching it out?
You already won.
I think you did it, dude.
Yeah,
Can you imagine
covered.
if there's a group of guys out there with dicks just like those crazy stripper ladies with like triple F tits?
Yeah.
They just can't stop getting their boobs done bigger. If there's guys like that with dicks.
Yeah, it's constantly. You can
You
safely
can
use it while
safely
sleeping.
use it while sleeping. What? You're going to
That's
sleep with
important.
a robot blowing you? That's terrible. This is awful. This is the future. This is our future.
Whoa.
Oh my God.
That looks like it makes a noise if you squeeze the
You
little
should
part.
just-
It looks like whack. It looks like one of those dipper things that are going to the birds that dip down and drink from the cup.
You should just Google, do you come when you use your penis extender?
You should Google
Just
how
Google
often do
those
you come when
words.
you.
Am I the only one that
Yeah. Google that phrase. Let's see what happens. Because there's got to be a bunch of guys at a forum dedicated to feel, well, the penis extender that makes you come the hardest.
You're gonna reach. Just somebody from the industry leader is gonna reach out to you.
I hope so. The industry leader in penis extenders.
Which one got FDA approved?
If there was
What was
something
that?
that could make your dick grow like that, my goodness.
How would we not know about it?
Well, you remember that joke that I used to do about if dick pills were real, it'd take about 30 seconds after the event before the first guy died of an overdose.
Just filling up on it.
Because no one's gonna just take one.
Yeah.
Like how many? You go, how many give me a stroke? How many? I'm gonna take one less than that.
And then half
Fuck
less than
outta
what?
here.
Yeah.
And then I had the whole
Guys
thing about
carrying around their dick with shopping carts.
yeah, the women evolved because the guys' dicks got so big. Women's vaginas had to grow accordingly because guys wouldn't stop growing their dicks.
Which
so
one was
over
that?
time, that was Shiny
Women-
Happy Jihad.
Women would-
Yeah, that I said that like guys with big dicks and shopping carts would chase women up to the top of cliffs and they would leap off the cliff like flying squirrel pussy people. Because their vaginas would be so big from the giant dick. Evolution. This is basic science. There's like weird rolls of the dice in the world, but one of the weirdest rolls of the dice in the world for a guy is your dick size.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Like you can just have a tiny dick, and there's not a damn thing you can do about it.
You know, guys that are concerned about the smallness of their dick, like overly concerned. They talk about it more than anybody.
Yeah,
It's weird.
Yeah.
it's weird. It's what's a weird like comedy thing, right?
There used to be a comedian. I'm not going to name his name, but he would close by saying, thank you so much. That's my time. I'm blah, blah, blah. I have a big dick.
That's right.
And I always thought to myself, he must have the smallest dick.
He must have a small dick.
Or he
Has
has a
to.
big dick, and he's advertising out there.
No
That's
way.
right. So I
Pull up
got
the,
a big dick.
Look, we have an answer, and listen how it's read. Once again, can I have an orgasm while using a penis pump? Once again, this will depend on the person! Exclamation point. Why is there an exclamation point? What the fuck are you doing?
'Cause
Are you a
He's
cheerleader?
He's answering his own questions emphatically.
You will certainly be able to have an orgasm once the penis pump has been removed, although it may take longer than usual due to your increased stamina.
Sure.
Oh.
Some
you get
men
stamina
also
with the
report-
penis pump too?
They were able to come while their penis pump is still in the tubes, simply from the intense sucking, in quotes, sensation, which they experience. Whether or not you will be able to do this depends on how pleasurable you find the experience of using the pump. So go ahead and give it a try.
That's amazing.
Should we do
Another
like a
exclamation
sober
point.
October thing and we all try
penis
see
pump every day?
which one of the three of us can extend our penises the most?
Oh my God, imagine if one of us ripped our dicks and we had to go to the emergency room.
Oh my God, that'd be great. That'd be great. Next week.
These are grown adults. These are grown adults. Take them off Spotify. Take that down.
Hey, what happened to that walkout on Spotify? Young fucking employees. Did you go back to work? Fucking idiots.
I mean, if you're coming from the sucking of your penis enlarger, then you have bigger problems than your small penis.
Well, no. What if you like just say, okay, before I use this penis enlarger, I'm not even gonna look at my dick for like 6 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna beat off at all. I'm just gonna pee and go to sleep, wash it when I have to, and be honest about it. No grabbing it and holding on to it
Before,
and then use the penis pump.
you would
You'd
want to
probably be so
measure.
horny.
You'd want to measure in your ice box the first time.
Why would you do that?
Why?
If you didn't
Yeah.
jerk off at all for like, or no sex, no jerking off for like 6 weeks, and then use the penis pump, you'd probably be so horny.
Oh, you
yeah,
blow
yeah,
a
yeah,
crazy load in
yeah,
there.
maybe
Well,
then
yeah,
you'd come.
6 weeks. I mean, Jesus.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
you
yeah.
put on your pants, you're gonna.
You ever see
Look
how
at me weird.
when animals fuck, dude? Animals fuck like this, ready? And that's it, and it's over. That's how
Sound
they
like
do
the
it.
turtles.
We take our time. We have love making. It's sensual. We take in. We enjoy it. It's animals are trying not to get eaten. They just dive on each other, fuck real quick,
Looking
and run
around.
for the top of the trees, right?
Yeah.
When you see monkeys fuck, they're not taking a lot of time.
They're not making love.
No,
They're not sticking a thumb in the butt.
they're not.
There's no foreplay.
I think monkeys and chimps are the only ones who do it for fun, though.
See a monkey spit in another monkey's mouth. Like, what did we just witness? They're mimicking the humans. They're evolving.
She smacks him in the face. He smiles while he's fucking her.
Touch one of these.
To me, the most disturbing thing in nature is when chimps eat monkeys. That's the most disturbing. Out of all the things I've ever seen in nature documentaries, I get all of them. I get a lion killing a gazelle. It all makes sense. When the crocodile takes out the wildebeest, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But when you see a chimp eating a monkey,
Because they look too related.
whoa.
Why?
They look so related. They don't just look related. They look like they know that little monkey's screaming and looking at him, trying to push him away, and
yeah.
and they're eating him alive. They eat him alive.
Why?
They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck that the monkey's screaming. They got him. They got him, so they're gonna eat him.
Wow.
Bro, chimp.
Why? Just because they're food,
They're
or because they're like
They're food.
too close?
David Attenborough, I believe, was the first guy to catch that on film. I think so. See if that's true. So they did this back then. They used to think of chimps as being, when we thought of chimps, we always thought of them as like, they eat fruit, they eat a banana, they swing around. We never thought of them as being like relentlessly violent, right?
Drive
Right.
limousines.
When you were kids, you never
you
thought of a
picture
chimp.
little bananas and stuff, like
They were
peeling a
people's
banana.
sidekicks on TV shows.
Yeah, Burt Reynolds.
Right? Yeah. There was a show called BJ and the Bear.
And the bear was this.
Chimps eat baby monkeys' brains first, a clue to human evolution. Oh, God.
Wait, is that a baby?
Is that a new one? Look at that. They're eating the baby monkey brain first.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. He goes right for the head to eat the brain.
He looks so casual. He's having such a good time.
So casual, just ripping it apart. And the strength those things have is just preposterous. The strength the chimp has, we want to think it's like relative to like their size. Like, 'cause
What's
they're kind of
happening here?
close to
What's
us.
happening here? Who's doing what?
He's catching a baby monkey.
And the other, what's
Right
the other
there.
monkey? What's the one on the left? Is that his mom
Running
or something?
away. That's the mom running away.
Oh, it's like, sorry.
Look.
Does she have any more in her back?
No. She's just running away, man.
She'll get killed.
Look at the shape of her body. I think that's her other foot, bro. You got that thing in the way. What happened? Yeah, I think that's her other foot, isn't it? What is that?
Yeah, it's her foot up backwards. It's like she just leaped.
Yeah, it's
left.
just. Yeah, she's in the middle of a full leap. That's what it is. What the fuck, man? That is so wild.
Chimpanzee captures. Chimpanzee captures a
chimps-
young Colobus monkey during a hunt. Damn.
Yeah, it's always those colobus monkeys that you see the videos of.
Is that squirrel monkeys?
I don't know.
Those are so cute.
They're cute little monkeys. And these chimps, they do it intelligently. They corral them. Like they have them on the ground and they run down on the ground like making a lot of noise. And the other ones get up in the trees and they like funnel them together. And then they attack them. They get them into like
And they'll for sure get one. Wow.
Sometimes they throw them to the ground. Is this David Attenborough?
Young David.
Yeah. So I believe this was, if I want to say this was in the 90s.
He's in there with them?
Yeah, he's in there with them.
David Attenborough is the most beloved person in the world.
So he films these chimps and he's, getting a chance to see them behave and act in the wild in a way that very few people ever do and photograph with beautiful cameras. So here he is. He got a chimp, and he's like, they're just eating it alive. You seen it screaming?
And so he's like, no.
Back up so you see it screaming. Like, look at it.
Oh,
and these
looks like
chimps are just...
Everyone, the hunters are tearing it apart.
Oh, one of the backs eating it.
Everyone, the hunters in the trees and the spectators on the ground are screaming with excitement.
Wow.
So all these chimps are excited that they caught a monkey.
It's dead. It's dead. No, it's not quite. Yes, it is. It's dead now.
That's an organ.
By the time it's finally dead, but they're just eating it guts first. Like, look at this.
It's just...
And now they got another one. They got a piece there of it.
Now, the kill
Bro. That's us. See, this is the thing. We came from that.
Yeah, so you can't let them have social media. They'll be even worse to each other. Dude, Nature's Metal just posted one of a grizzly bear killing a brown bear cub, like chasing it down, and it's like got blood all over him, just to like have more mates.
Nature's so hard. Well, it's not just that; it's food. They come out of the dens hungry, and apparently they're pretty sure that some bears at least go looking for cubs as a food source. So it's not just about breeding; it's just about eating cubs. And then maybe also about forcing the female into estrus because she doesn't have to take care of the baby.
To get back in. Yeah, and the females, that's what Nature's Metal said. It'll make the women go like, oh, like just to kill my son, but I need to fuck.
But bears are different in that they eat them. They're looking to eat. Like a lion kills cubs. The lion's probably not going to eat the cubs, I don't think.
Yeah. Okay.
Look at that chasing.
At first I was like, oh, they're playing. They posted a nice one.
Oh, this is awful. This is awful. Kill the cubs. Oh, my God. Oh, Jesus
Christ. It's just
Christ.
a rug now.
It's so ruthless, and he eats it. Look at him. He's eating it, just tearing it apart and eating it.
It is weird how we are taught as kids that like these animals are cute. Like Winnie the Pooh is a fucking bear, and he walks around.
Don't go anywhere near that thing in real life.
And no pants, and they like honey, and the Lion King. Oh, lions
What
are cool.
is that?
Someone got bit.
Damn, dude.
Someone got
That's
bit by
not gonna
another
heal
bear.
without
I think
stitches.
he's been using the
That's a
penis
black bear.
extender.
That's a black bear, and he probably got attacked by what does it say there? Oh, it's a Finnish brown bear torn up by a rival bear. Yeah. Oh, looks.
bear,
Oh,
but
it says
it's
look at
not.
it. Hold on.
Yeah.
It says you might be thinking it looks like a black bear, and while the color might look very similar to one, Finland doesn't have black bears. Interesting. Even if they did, color and size can be misleading and not a reliable identifying features when trying to distinguish between a brown bear and a black bear. This bear has a shoulder hump, a distinct brown bear feature. Oh, interesting.
They get
Also
warned all the time on Instagram too. Like, be careful.
Nature's
it's
Metal?
gruesome, but it's like, by design. No one's seeing this.
But it's also it's.
Can I get access to this information? Remember when all this was supposed to Arab Spring and change the world? Say whatever, sow dissent, do it.
Also, that's life. That's real life.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
we
real life. How can you
that's
be mad at it?
educational.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be shielded from that part of nature. We can't have this distorted perception of what nature is.
I mean, if you like cute things, you're just like, ooh, I'm not following that.
The thing that gets me about the bears is I kind of think that's how it has to be. Because if you think about it, if bears could just breed like crazy and spread out all throughout the land, they would eat everything.
Yeah.
They're fucking huge.
Yeah.
If they just didn't have any competition at all and they didn't kill and eat each other, there'd probably
We'd
be
have to deal
so
with them.
many of them.
Yeah.
Because what's going to stop a bear? And all they have to do is catch things and eat things. They're really good at it. So if there was like a
Can't
lot,
fight back.
dude,
Those
they
sticks will
catch
help you.
moose. They eat moose.
Damn.
You know, they catch them. They run up to them. They grab them and they eat them. They eat whatever the fuck they want. So if there was like an overwhelming number of bears, nature would be all out of balance. So nature made the bears eat the bears. That's what's so crazy. It's like there's a wild,
Damn.
beautiful balance to the whole thing. And if you don't see those Nature's Metal type videos, then you don't see the whole thing. The whole, like, we look at it as cruelty because we don't want it to happen to our loved ones or to our pets, or to anything that's cute. We don't want that to happen. But then we'll buy a chicken sandwich.
If there's a
We'll go to Chick-fil-A and get a spicy chicken. It's delicious.
if every
I
animal
just
in
wanna
the
see it.
world
I don't want to see it. That's all. But like, yeah, exactly.
if every animal in the world, if we had like, like UFC 1 or UFC 2, like if we did it like bracket style, right? And every animal in the world had to fight, who do you have winning everything in
Tigers.
the end? Tigers beats a grizzly bear?
Yes,
Wait, hold on.
100%.
We're not talking about fish because then it's home court advantage.
Yes.
Like a whale
Yes. Yeah,
and
yeah,
a tiger
yeah.
could never.
Yeah, yeah. Shark
Depends
would
where
fuck
it
them
is.
all up. Yeah.
Unless it's on land.
And the orca would fuck up the shark. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a big cat.
Tiger over bear?
Yeah, big
And a
cats.
tiger over a lion?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, bigger. They're bigger, a lot bigger. Yeah, a large male
That wasn't
tiger.
taught to us either.
Let's see what a large male
King of
tiger
the
is.
jungle.
I want
King
to
of the
say a
jungle.
large male tiger borders on like 1,100, 1,200 pounds. Well, I don't think a large lion does. I think a large lion's like 800, 900 pounds, maybe even smaller.
Those ones you used to show us about the guys riding on the elephant and the lion knows the food is all
Oh
the way
my
up
God,
there.
it's tiger.
Tiger,
Yeah.
it just
Tiger
jumps up over.
knows the man is up on top of the elephant, so
no,
he leaps
no.
and tore the guy's arm apart. The guy lost use of his arm, I believe. Wow. Because the thing just slashed his fucking arm open. I mean, they have razor blades for claws that are used to take out axis deer.
Your life getting worse. You're a fucking elephant herder
What's
in
the-
India. And then
Yeah,
fucking
what-
just gets suddenly way worse.
I think they were probably hunters. So the
Oh.
cat size. Tigers are heavier, weighing up to 800 pounds. The lion's 550. So yeah, tigers are bigger.
Aren't
but the
so
two
different in
cats aren't so different in size. Here their profiles are superimposed. Oh, interesting. So they're
Wow.
similar size, but the tiger's that much heavier, which must be muscles.
Yeah.
Hold on. Go back up there. You might remember from high school health class that muscle weighs more than fat, which help explain the tiger's extra pounds. So it seems
More
the
vicious.
tiger would have a physical advantage over the lion.
Have they ever fought? For sure.
For sure. For sure, people have done that. If you can
In
imagine,
2011, a tiger killed a lion with a single paw swipe that Conor McGregor of the Ankara Zoo interviewed.
It's a phantom punch.
killed a lion with a single
With a
paw
gap
swipe.
in the fence.
The tiger apparently found a gap in the fence and made its way to the lion's enclosure. When they met, the tiger severed the lion's jugular vein in just one stroke.
Wow.
Oh my
Got him
God.
perfect.
Oh my God. Well, hold on. What I've seen from tigers, they seem to be more aggressive. They go for the throat. They go for the kill. Whereas lions are more, I'll just pound you and play with you. Yeah.
Because they're like kittens.
Yeah, it's like the difference between a wolf and like my dog Marshall. There's just tigers are the kings. That's the real king of the jungle. It's not a lion.
Oof.
And they're pissed.
Lions live in the savannas anyway, by the way, don't they? Do they live in the jungle? They call him the king of the jungle,
They do
but are
call
the
him the king of the
lions?
jungle.
Are they actually in the jungle?
Ask Joe Rogan about this.
I feel like lions are like they're a grasslands animal, right? Lions don't actually live in the jungle. Thank you.
Got it.
Wow.
Nailed it.
Their real habitat is the open savanna, where they can hunt mammals such as gazelles, antelopes, and zebra. They may also cooperate to catch larger mammals such as buffalo, giraffes, and even crocodiles. Yeah, so that's a bullshit name. The tiger's the king of the jungle, and they live in the fucking jungle.
That's a really interesting
Tiger's the
fun
king of the
fact.
jungle.
Yeah.
That's like, I've never heard that before.
There's-
An old man.
The tiger's the
is
king of the jungle.
One documentary, if you're into lions, you have to watch. It's called Relentless Enemies, and it's about a particular group of lions that got trapped on an island with one food source. That food source was buffalo, what they call Black Death. These big fucking massive buffalo. So all the lions grew. So the female lions on this one island are as big as male lions everywhere else, and they're jacked. Wow. They look like superheroes.
That's the only way they could evolve to kill the buffalo.
They had to evolve
eat.
to kill the buffalo. So they're all super jacked. And they're all eating buffalo.
Right.
So they're eating like the most dense protein meat in enormous quantities, because you kill one, it's like 1,800 pounds or something like that. So these lions, when you look at them, they look off. They look like a lion from a movie. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Because the females are fucking jacked. Wow. The females look like Cyborg if she was a lion. Just running around, fucking jacked. Just angry. It's a wild documentary, man. It shows you evolution. It shows you natural selection.
What's it called?
Relentless Enemies. See if you can find like a little clip of it. We could see what the female lions looked like. Because female lions are usually sleek, right? Because they have to run down these gazelles and stuff and catch them, and they're very clever. They work together. Look at the size of that girl. Ooh. Bro, look at her muscles. Look at her fucking muscles. She's super jacked. So these lions in there, it's a really good documentary too, because it's explained. Look at that picture right there. That's a great picture. The one your cursor's on, Jamie. Yeah. Because you get a sense. Look, make that bigger.
Look how fucking determined he is.
Oh my God, it's a girl. The fucking physical, the muscle in that thing.
I thought I jumped a little early, but still made the grab.
The whole thing is just get a hold of the back legs. That's what they want. They just want the back legs. They want the back legs to trip you, and then they they tear you apart. Oh yeah, they fight back hard. They're the most dangerous animal to hunt in Africa, apparently.
Because they come at you.
Because they come at you. That's why they call them Black Death.
Wow.
Yeah, they fuck people up, man. Look at those fucking cool horns he has.
Yeah.
Africa has some awesome shit there, man.
They keep going after each other.
Yeah,
Hey,
look at that.
gotcha.
Oh, he got him.
Those cats are
What happened?
incredible. It's incredible. It's incredible that this only happened. God, I want to say it was like 100 years ago. See, if it says
So
like
quick-
when the river
quick evolution.
changed. Yeah, something happened. There was probably like some rain event or something like that, and the river changed courses. It changed
Seismic
its
shift.
route, and it made this one area an island, and they got stuck there, and so they all just figured out how to kill buffaloes, like only buffalo.
I went to
It's-
Galapagos. That's all I talked about is
They call them
evolution.
swamp cats.
Oh my god!
Because swimming iguanas, so like the only ones that knew how to swim made it over here. They made it with the other ones who knew how to swim over here. The freaks in the iguana world, and then all those freaks started mating, and now they all swim. Only there.
For sure, the Romans must have brought lions and tigers to fight to the death, right?
Yeah,
For sure.
they'd be crazy not to.
Why would you not? Yeah, I mean that'd be like Mike Tyson, Lennox Lewis in their prime.
Yeah, why would you not?
You want to see the best of the best.
Time.
You want to
We
see
have
the
tiger
best of the
fights.
best of the animal world. We want to see the best of the human world.
Yeah.
Right? For
One
sure.
drunken night talking, like, but who would win against tiger versus a lion? You're like,
Right.
oh.
We've always wanted to see who's the best. Like when you watch a UFC, you want to see like who is the fucking best.
Yeah.
Who's the best? For sure, we feel like that with animals. I mean, think about rooster fights. People have rooster fights. They want to see whose rooster fucks up the other rooster.
And they also want to see an upset.
Yep.
Imagine if a rooster
You want to see an upset.
killed a lion.
It would be very
in a
interesting to see an
stunning,
upset.
just accurate
Uh-huh.
rooster pecking at its
You
head.
see a snake swallowing something way bigger than him. You're like,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
That's another thing I got banned for on Instagram. They told me.
What?
I did a episode of Skeptic Tank with this guy who used to do rooster fights. Went to one as a kid in Puerto Rico. Just the title of the thing, like
Rooster fight got you banned?
Night of the Cockfights or whatever, and they were like promoting animal harm.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh boy. My old gardener used to do it.
Cockfighting.
Yeah.
I
My
wanna go
old
to
gardener
one.
was into
Bad.
it.
I
Well,
went
he
to
wa-
one in. Yeah.
He was the thing, like, man, he lived in like there's parts of LA where you go there
Yeah.
and it's Mexico. I mean, they're all
Yeah.
Mexican immigrants and they're all speaking Spanish and there's fucking roosters everywhere, man. It was crazy. He had, I'm not bullshitting, like a whole setup in his backyard where he had a ring where the roosters could fight
you
in
go?
a ring. I did not see the fights. I saw him, he got some roosters together for me to show me how they do it. I didn't see like where they're all throwing money down and betting. I have a fucking false memory of like going by once and not going in.
I feel like I remember you telling me that. I went, but I didn't want to go in.
It's a weird memory. I think
Maybe
that
it's
was
real, maybe
that was the
not.
early days of my weed smoking too. I
Can't trust anything.
Oftentimes went over the edge. I did not know how to like balance out my weed. I would think things that I just get way too paranoid.
Yeah.
I probably did not want to go there. Oh, more than 1,000 cockfighting birds seized in LA raid.
Wow.
Well, thank
1,000.
God you're doing that and not stopping all those smash and grabs.
right.
This was 3 years ago.
Whatever. Come on,
It's when they had nothing
Jamie.
to do.
Fucking with my jokes.
Dude, I went to 2 of them in East Timor. I went to one and then went back.
Oh,
It's
really?
so fun. They're all screaming out, holding up dollars. Who wants to bet? Who wants to bet? I got white. I got red. And then you're just like, all right, let's go. And then they just like, they kind of toss them at each other a little
Yeah.
bit just to hold them. And then they get them riled up. Like, who the fuck is this coming at me? And
Right.
then they let them go. They tie a razor blade to one claw. And then they fight each other and put the claws out and go like this. And they don't even know. They've got a fucking slasher on their hand now.
And they're cutting each other
And so
up.
yeah, and so then, but you don't even feel it. And so the next one's like, all right, let's go again. And one of them will just suddenly go like, let's go, and it'll just fall over from
They
loss
just
of blood.
bleed out.
Mhm.
Wow.
And they're like, it's over. And everyone changes money. It's so fun. Doesn't look brutal. Sometimes you barely see blood.
The thing is, it's weird. Like, why doesn't that bother me?
Why doesn't it? It bothers some people.
But here's my thing. If it was dogs, it would bother me.
yeah.
I can't.
Sure.
I don't want that.
Yeah.
I don't want to even see that.
Yeah.
I love dogs, but I do know that some of those dogs that were raised to do that, like pit bulls, they're the best dogs. Some of the best dogs.
breeds.
They are so loyal and so sweet, and they love people. They do it because they almost fight because they want people's approval. That's like
They're trained
They're trained to. They're engineered to. So it's a strange dog. They're super intelligent, man. Like pit bulls are really intelligent. Like
Love a pit
they
bull.
connect with you. They connect with you like they're your buddy, in a weird way. That like it's an intensity that's you don't get from a lot of other dogs.
They look you in the eye and their head is the same size as yours.
Yeah.
And they're just like,
And they're fucking sweet, man. Like a good one that's raised well, that's you have it since it was a puppy. They're so sweet to people. You just got to exercise it.
Their reputation's back.
The reputation is there for a reason.
Anymore.
Oh yeah, yes they are. They
Really?
should be, man. They should be. They're an aggressive dog. If someone does a bad job training them, and and they're accustomed to getting into fights,
or if
they
someone
could be
in their
real
bloodline
dangerous.
right above was like that.
A rescued
Yeah.
attack dog.
Even if it's just in their next generation up.
There's still mostly that.
Some hate kids, some absolutely hate other dogs.
Yep.
Some hate postal people.
They have no problem squabbling. That's the problem. They'll fight in the middle of nowhere. What, bitch? Yeah. And they'll just fucking knock over garbage cans and start going to war. They're ready to fight, like at a drop of a hat. And they're engineered that way.
My dog we didn't teach her to, but is predisposed to just any chick and half the dudes on the street just going up to them and wagging her tail and then like licking their hand. Everyone thinks they're special.
Oh, that's
I'm
cute.
like, oh, I'm like, she never does that for anybody.
Oh,
just
sweetie.
everybody.
What was my point about that? About dogs?
That they're great. Oh no, I know. You would eat a rooster. You don't mind a rooster.
Yeah,
dying,
you
but
don't
not
want to see a dog fight. But it's weird. Like I don't. If like a fish kills a fish, it doesn't bother me at all.
Not at all.
If I see a monkey get eaten by a chimp, it freaks me out.
Yeah,
it
looks
we
too
have
human-like.
Yeah, we have favorites in the animal kingdom, and a cute little monkey getting eaten alive by a chimp.
What is cow versus chicken? Those are the two most common. Who would you rather see get killed? Who would you rather? If you like, you have to see
the chicken doesn't bother me at all.
Me too. I'd rather see chicken.
I've been around chickens, and they're little dinosaurs, man. They peck at your kids. Like my daughter, she was 2 years old. It was pecking at her feet, and my wife was like, "I think it thinks her feet is food." I go, "No, it's trying to eat her.
Right.
It's trying to eat her. This is a little dinosaur.
Yeah,
it's taking a chance, seeing if it can eat you, and if it can't eat you, it's going to try to eat a bug or a fucking mouse." When I saw them with a mouse for the first time, I was like, this is the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. They're more aggressive than any cat, more aggressive. They just chase after that fucking mouse like they can't believe it's in there, and they're tearing it out of each other's mouths. Like a room full of cats would be way more civilized if one of them caught a mouse than a room full of chickens. Chickens are wild. So that one, if they die, they don't give a fuck about you. But a dog gives a fuck about you. And a cow kind of can give a fuck about you. Like when you see people have pet cows and like have pet deer and shit, and the deer come right up to them and they eat out of their hands. A chicken never does that. Like they don't have a connection with you. Like maybe they'll let you pick them up, but like it's a robot. That's a meat robot. A little. They're just a little meat robot. They're like trying to eat worms and shit. That's what they're doing. They're fucking each other up and they peck at each other and shit.
A sick chicken will get pecked to death by the other ones.
It's called a pecking order. They peck at each other though. That's what the pecking order's all about.
Whoa.
They have to establish who's the big bitch.
Damn.
And the big bitch runs around, fucks up all the other chickens.
Did not know that.
Yeah, dude, it's a weird world of bird. Look at them.
Yep.
Fucking roosters.
And that's no razors. No, there is a razor. I see one's taped up. No, maybe not. No razors.
That's just a feather, I think.
Yeah, so now imagine a razor on the end of one of their claws, and they're coming right, trying to like slash them. Boom.
It's weird. I mean, they're beautiful though. It's not like that. I don't think they're great looking.
No razors on these.
They're tied together on this one.
Oh yeah, they tied their feet
Oh
together.
my God.
They're just letting them fuck each other up. That's even more ruthless.
I saw a foot on the ground, just a chicken foot with a razor attached to it, just on the ground.
So do you think that should be legal?
Yeah. Do whatever you want. Fuck do I care? It's your chicken.
For real. No, for real. Like, is it okay?
Yeah.
It's not in this country, but in other countries,
I
it's like
have no problem with it.
Tony Hinchcliffe.
I have no problem. You can have two beta fish and not that. That's not. I get why you wouldn't like, but to me, it's not over that line.
Oh, look at that razor they
the
put on it.
Futumanu.
Oh my God, look at the size of that thing.
God, it's so sharp, dude. I saw this guy. They have a booklet. Remember those old CD cases?
Mm-hmm.
They have a booklet of razors, and these guys that are about to fight their roosters look through them and go, "No, this one." This guy pulled one out, goes like this with a razor, just not the sharp side on the side. Goes this one, and it's so fucking frightening.
And he cuts his own tongue?
No, he just on the side just slides it. And
oh my God! He licked it. Mm-hmm. Oh Jesus!
They're wild.
Oh my God!
They're fun. Yeah, you'd be okay with it, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't think it's a good place for me to go at this stage of my career.
Oh, into a cockfight promotion, trying to get legalized here.
Well, I just don't think that that's the place where I should be hanging around.
Oh yeah. It's not gonna be
Doesn't seem like I'd have the best conversations.
So
If you're willing to take
how
that
many
chance,
chickens
do
have you
that.
used?
So when I went go to my gardener's place, he had this whole setup. Like they had like the whole ring and everything. It was in the backyard. It was either his house or his friend's house we went to that had the ring. But anyway, he had all these like chicken cages and shit, and everybody had chickens. You could hear them in the background. You could, bah, bah, like you hear them across the street. Bah, bah, bah. You could hear them.
Yeah, everywhere.
Like the whole neighborhood. It was interesting, man. It was like I
They're fine
felt
with it.
like
No, they're not there going, what the fuck?
This one had 7,000 birds taken from it.
oh
in
my God, Val
2017.
Verde illegal cockfighting ring bust largest in U.S. history, 2017.
I was like, who cares? Let them do it. I just don't see the problem with it.
The Humane Society cares.
It's not unusual to hear birds start to vomit or regurgitate blood. Yeah, don't go, Eric Sakich.
Where's the line outside of Kentucky Fried Chicken?
It's like, what do you think? They ain't losing any blood in that?
But at least then we're using it for a good thing, which is food. You're allowed to use animals for food, not for pleasure.
They eat the rooster. The winner gets to eat the
They
rooster
should.
of the loser. That's
Yeah,
how it
they
is.
should cook
They
'em
go
up
home
nice.
with them.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh, they
for
make a
real.
nice
That's
soup.
one of your rewards is you get to go home with a loser.
I think the rooster though would be tough to eat. I think they'd probably be like real sinewy.
I saw a guy in that country eating parrots. I think
really?
they're going to take a chance on a rooster.
He ate parrots?
Yeah.
Really?
I saw him like looking up in the trees, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" And he was like, "Looking for parrots." I'm like, "Why?" I'm like, "To kill them." I'm like, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, I eat them." I'm like, "Have you gotten any?" Lifts up his shirt, 4 dead parrots hanging off his belt.
I mean, they can't be good. Anything that we don't eat can't be good.
Yeah.
You remember the one time that we had?
So arrogant.
Because
Well, we would eat it instantly.
yeah, we're the real kings of the jungle.
Oh my
we would
God.
import
remember
whatever.
that time we
We don't
had?
even live in the jungle. We're like the lions. We're fakers.
True.
Hold on, what is it?
King
What's
of
the what's the
non-jungle.
unicorn of the sea?
Norwal.
A narwhal?
Yeah, remember the time that we ate that?
Where? In Iceland or something? Or Finland?
No. Someone gave us. It was an indigenous guy in Canada. If you're an indigenous guy in Canada, you're allowed to hunt a narwhal, and it's kind of creepy.
Wow.
So we sat down at this restaurant. We should probably not say the restaurant.
No,
and
never replace
the guy said, "I am going to bring you something over that's going to freak you out." It's like, try this. This is
You guys are like,
narwhal,
"Yep."
and we're like, "What?"
Yeah.
And by
well-
the way, not worth it.
Really?
It was one of the best meals of my life. However,
The meal was amazing, but the
it
narwhal
started,
not so
and
good.
I almost think that
Really?
they gave it to us first to make everything else taste 1,000 times better.
I don't
because
think they gave it to us first. It was in the middle of stuff. He gave us a bunch of stuff.
It wasn't good.
No, it wasn't good.
Bland,
but
blubbery? What was
was
it?
one of those things where you're like, okay, this is an odd thing. Like, why does one eat this? And I don't think you're allowed to sell it either. I think it's one of those things where someone can serve it to you. Like, and if you're a native, you're allowed to hunt them. You know, they call them First Peoples, I think.
Yeah.
Is that what they?
Maybe.
What is the
Whatever it
what is their term for Native American in Canada?
the flavor, it was
Indigenous?
Like, it was like a homeless guy's foot.
I want to say it's like First People.
This is calling it Inuit raw meat and fish.
No,
maybe it's
but
Inuit
no,
specific.
but I'm asking for the thing about people that live in Canada.
Nation.
First Nations, that's it. First Nation. So First Nations people, they can, if they lived in that area where they traditionally hunted
They're
whales.
still allowed.
Yeah, you can. I think you can hunt a lot of stuff that we can't hunt, like seals.
Cool.
I saw this
Damn.
Alaska show, and there was a husband and wife team,
You can't tell me who to root for.
and the wife had to shoot the seal when they were going to eat a seal. The wife had to shoot it.
Really?
Because she was Eskimo.
Oh, she had to be the one pulling the trigger.
She had to be the one pulling the trigger.
Wow.
Yeah, he couldn't pull the trigger. He's not allowed to shoot it, which
What
is
is
kind of
that?
wild.
That's the
Narwhal
meat.
skin side up.
Wow. How interesting looking.
Harvested by Inuit family near Yellowknife, Northwest Territories.
I always see Yellowknife when you go to the airport in Canada and you see like taking off for Yellowknife. It's like, who the fuck goes
Yeah.
to Yellowknife? Where is that place? Has anyone ever done a show in Yellowknife?
I don't know.
No.
I bet there's a lot of hunting up there. Canadians hunt their ass off. That's the meat.
Yep.
Yep.
That's what it looked like.
Pass.
Yep.
Plus the guilt. You never get rid of the guilt. You ate a whale.
You guys
Is that
forgot
the-
about it till now.
Is that the cutest thing
No, I'll
you've
never
ever
forget.
eaten?
I ate puffin
Oh.
in Iceland, I think, or Norway.
What was that like?
Good fatty, and then orca, I think.
What?
Some sort of whale.
Killer whale.
Whale burgers in
What?
Norway.
You ate a whale burger?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ!
It
you
might have been
criminal.
orca, but it was whale burger. It's totally legal there. They have a lot of them.
They have a lot of whales.
No shortage. No shortage out there.
This is a troll. He's trolling
No,
us.
no, for real. You're allowed to eat them. They serve them in a restaurant. It's on the menu.
I smelled it.
Jamie, this is the best thing about being a troll. Sometimes you're telling the truth and people won't believe you.
Whale burger sounds weird.
It was okay.
You sure this wasn't a Wahlburger?
Does
it say chain?
Yeah, Marky Mark's place.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, people used to hunt
The new
whales
whale
all
burger,
the time.
whale
Isn't that
burger.
wild? Look at that thing.
Whale burger
Wow.
with fried lobster. Why? Ooh,
That's
damn.
crazy.
Vegas. Oh, it's happening in Vegas.
What? No, that's just a burger. They're calling it a whale.
No,
That's just a
50-50.
bacon cheeseburger, bro.
No,
That's got-
$100 whale burger with fried lobster, wagyu, and beef.
That whale
And
burger,
golden-
that is not whale.
Well, why would you call it a whale burger? A whale
It
of a
says
burger?
Vegas.
So?
It's Vegas. Click on that. Where's the
This
whale?
place is also in Pasadena. They make the 50/50 is the ground beef bacon burger they make.
Right, but why are they calling it 100% whale burger?
It might
Or
be the
$100
size of the whale.
burger?
Click on it or something.
Yeah, it's the size of the burger. They're
Yeah,
just
it's
calling
the
it a
size
whale.
of the burger.
Yeah, look, it's just a cheeseburger,
With
and then it's
fried
got
okay,
bacon.
yeah.
and What else is on it? Lobster?
Oh, it's right there.
What's that top thing on it?
Wagyu beef.
That's bacon.
Lobster.
Is it?
Oh, the top thing.
Yeah, the top
Top's
thing.
bacon.
1 pound of Wagyu beef.
Right.
Damn, that's too
Gold
much.
dusted billionaire's bacon.
Billionaire
America's doomed.
bacon.
Fried lobster tail.
That's it. So that white stuff is the lobster tail.
Look up
Wow.
Norway whale burger.
Okay, but that's better.
That is better. That's great. Yeah, I mean, always order that one, but for one time, order the other one.
Yeah.
There also is comedy in Yellowknife. by
Yellow
the way.
knife? Oh, really?
There's a lot of comedy shows. I don't know how big it was, but there's comedy shows.
I might have been there once, man.
I never went with you. Maybe.
Where's that one place we performed in that hockey arena that one time?
Oh, that was fun.
Saskatoon.
I forget. Did we
Calgary?
do that? Did you do that with us?
It was Brian Callen.
Callen did? The hockey rink? Yeah, that one was the worst
Has
sound
gone.
ever. Norway's whale meat industry has gone to the dogs. Oh, what?
I don't
What does that mean? What has it got, like hay on it and shit? What the fuck's going on there?
seasoning. Weird.
That's not seasoning, is it?
Just dirt.
That looks like grass.
Just fucking hay.
Yeah. That's like someone dropped it before they took the photo and they were too lazy to pick all the hay off of it. That's whale meat?
No, that's
Is that real? Where can I eat whale meat in Norway? Imagine if you're one of those creeps that just wants to eat things that are exotic or endangered. There's a whole group of people that do that. Do you know that?
I'm one of them. I just
There's
don't
a-
enter it.
There was a guy who told me he had to go to a foreign country. I don't want to say which one because I don't know
Where something's
if I would
legal?
be- well, you can do whatever you want there. It's not matter whether or not it's legal. It's like he'd get away with it. And there was a menu, and all these like very wealthy people would go to this place, and there was this. They would have this like annual dinner where they would cook things like tiger and chimpanzee and like wild shit. They cook all illegal stuff. All stuff that you can't buy anywhere else. Things that like rhino, they would serve rhino.
Wow.
Yeah.
My buddy ate monkey meat. I don't know if it was India or China. I feel like it was China. And
Monkey meat?
They take monkey brain. They take the monkey,
Whoa.
tie him down live,
Oh Jesus Christ.
shoot him so they fucking get paralyzed and still.
Is your
and
friend at the Temple of Doom?
That's what it felt like. And they cut their fucking head open while they're still alive, and everyone
What?
eats out of the brain.
What?
Yeah.
That's real?
Boom.
Oh my
Whoa.
God. Oh my God. Look at that block. It says fiction. Oh, the monkey brain scene in Faces of Death. That's what that
remember
was. So your friend actually saw this happen?
Yeah.
Whoa, whoa,
don't know
whoa,
if she ate
whoa,
it or
whoa,
not.
whoa. Go back one, Jamie. Where were you just before? I was looking at a different image. Look at the pile of brains in the corner, the lower left-hand corner.
Oh, they're
Is that
frying
a-
them up?
Is that a
Interesting.
pile of monkey brains?
God damn. It depends how big that pot is.
9 weird and interesting foods you'll find in China.
Oh.
Are they really eating monkey brains?
Yeah.
But wouldn't you think that would be dangerous? Monkey brains. Oh my God, that's a bowl of monkey brains.
That's the brains of a species. Wow.
Monkey brains is a dish consisting of at least partially the brains of some species of monkey or ape. However, this is a very rare dish that is considered extremely cruel by the vast majority of the Chinese. Someone sounds woke. Monkey brains have traditionally been eaten in parts of China and Southeast Asia because people believe they will be imbued with ancient wisdom.
When I actually talked to a guy in East Timor, he goes, we ate him as a kid, and now nobody kind of eats him anymore.
No more
monkey
monkey
brains.
brains.
Yeah.
Well,
Studies are out or whatever.
David Cho, you know, the artist, he
yeah.
went with the Hadza. He went hunting, and they hunted baboons. And they hunt and kill baboons because apparently the area that they're at, where they hunt at, has been so cleared out of animals that they've taken to, like, they primarily hunt these primates, and they hunt fucking baboons
With
and
guns?
bows and arrows.
Whoa.
And he says it's wild. He said when the baboon got hit with the arrow, he grabs it like a person.
Whoa.
He's trying to pull it out of him.
Wow.
Oof. Because
Jeez.
baboons are a weird thing. They're like if a monkey fucked a dog, right? They have these long faces and giant ass fucking teeth. And baboons will steal people's babies.
What's the one that ate those people's eyeballs out in the captivity? It was chimps.
Chimps.
They're all fucking stay away.
Chimps. But baboons they'll steal your baby and eat it for sure. Chimps will too. Yeah.
Can you imagine losing your baby to a fucking chimp?
Oh my god.
Or seeing it about to get on there, and you're like,
And they
that
wouldn't
moment.
even eat it out of your view. They would just huddle up and just hunch over it in the middle of the park, and you'd be screaming while this
They
thing
look at you, make sure you don't get
eats
too
your
close,
kid
but keep
head
eating.
first.
Whoa.
Yeah, and then if you fucking run up on them, they'll either beat the shit out of you, or they'll just climb a tree and eat your kid in the tree.
Be a tough one to fucking deal with.
That's
That's a therapy moment for sure.
Nature's so ruthless, man.
And imagine what they would be saying about us if they could talk. Like these
Oh, yeah.
assholes.
They just shoot people for
Right.
purses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
eat everything that they want.
right. Just for the shoes. You already have shoes on.
Yeah.
Why would you shoot that guy for shoes?
Yeah, I just got new ostrich cowboy boots. I'm not wearing them right now, but I gotta tell you, I never knew it would happen. But ostrich, it's fun to wear.
Ostrich is a weird animal too. 'cause
Ostrich
it's
is
basically
good,
a
those
giant
burgers.
chicken. They're mean little fuckers. They'll peck at you.
Smash
They're
at you with their
big,
neck.
Too. They can kick the shit out of you too. Those big ass legs, they'll fuck you up.
That's why I wear them as boots, is because I was trying to help the environment or something like that.
Yeah, man.
That also went over
You
my
bailed
head.
on that.
No, I heard it.
Oh no!
Look at that thing.
Yep.
Wow.
What a mean face,
God damn.
right? If you saw that, like if you went to sleep and you woke up and that was
Right-
looking
right
at
in
you
your
like,
face.
you know, you'd be like,
That one's cute.
ah. No, that one's about to eat you.
No, the one.
The one in the lower corner.
Yeah.
Go. Yeah, that one right there.
Cute as shit.
No, the one that you were just. No, the one that you just had the commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
He's
That one's
great.
right about to bite your fucking nose off. It looks cute for a
looks
half a
stoned.
second.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it looks like it smoked one of those Snoop blunts we had last night.
He looks like one of those birds from Madagascar.
If an ostrich attacks you, how do you think you respond? Look at that thing. That's so mean. Look at the eyes on that thing. That thing doesn't give a fuck about you. Right? Look at his
Yeah.
eyes. If an ostrich goes after you, what do
Yeah.
you think your move is, Ari?
I guess there's an ancient prayer you say in Hebrew, Hear, O Israel, I am the Lord, I am your God. And if you say that, you go straight to heaven.
Oh, you have to say that while the ostrich is kicking you
Yeah,
to
right
death?
before. Yeah, say it quick. You're gone.
Tony, you're a
Why fight it?
wrestler.
Yeah.
How would you, if an ostrich comes at you?
How tall of an ostrich?
Taller than you.
Taller
No,
than me?
well, their neck will be taller than
Yeah.
you, but their body won't be. The thing you have to worry about is the legs.
The
I'm
legs.
gonna
That's the
keep
thing you
my
have to worry about.
I'm gonna keep my hands up and I'm gonna shoot low, double leg takedown.
Go forward,
Drive through. Yep, drive through. It's sort of Khabib. Put my legs under his, get full mount, and then beat the shit out of it. That would be my approach. If I
So
like
you
it.
would beat
You'll
the
win
shit
fights if
out
you
of
do
it
that.
with you.
What?
Oh my God, the guy's riding an ostrich. Tony, I want you to reconsider.
Yeah, no, I now,
you
now,
look- What would
now
you
that
do
I'm,
then?
now that I'm seeing what it's shaped.
Go back
like.
to that image you just
Actually,
showed.
no.
That guy
no.
looks like he is the ostrich. Like his legs are the ostrich.
Go to the Jamie. Go to the one in
The
the middle.
girl.
Go to the one in the middle up there with the red. Yeah, look at the legs on that.
they're
thing.
racing 'em.
Jamie, you ain't doing jack shit to those legs.
Tony said it, not me.
Don't put me on that argument.
All right, I'm changing my
Sorry.
mind. I'm gonna go full.
Tony, excuse me, not
I'm gonna
Jamie.
go just under.
Yeah, I can
I'm gonna,
get it.
I'm gonna
He'll
get
smoke his
under
way
and
out.
fucking choke it, and then I'm gonna jump up like Oliveira. I'm gonna get full jump on
mean
it, choke
Oliveira?
it. Yeah.
Oliveira. So
Nah,
you're gonna take its back.
It's gonna bite you from
Yeah.
behind. You're gonna get a choke. He's got so much neck. He's gonna still bite you.
He's got so much neck. He's in trouble, dude. He's in big trouble. That's all. The question is, can you choke that? It almost looks like it's like a palm tree or
I
something.
think
Kinda not.
I think I would be inclined to not rear naked choke, but instead to Kimura his neck.
Right.
This is what I think I'm doing.
Yeah.
I take the back and then I wrap my arm around his neck thusly
Right.
and get in here and I connect it to my forearm. So I have one hand on the base of his neck. I have my full arm wrapped around his forearm and I figure out a way to snap his fucking neck.
Yeah.
That's what I
Better
think.
think quick.
And I don't think I can because
Oh.
honestly, it's hard to strangle a chicken. Look at that
my
thing fucking that dude up.
Oh, he's trying to wrangle it. It's got to fuck it. Oh
Yeah,
my god.
I don't know. That thing's beating his ass.
Shit.
He's got a rope around her. He had. Ooh, now they all turn to the guy.
Tony, that thing is gonna beat your ass.
I don't think so. This is what you said about. This is what you said about David Lucas a
Let's
couple
leave
weeks
poor
ago.
David Lucas out of this. We can't do that to him on this podcast.
Yes, we can.
It's too sad.
He wanted it.
David Lucas fell apart.
Why'd you shoot on him?
Wrestling Tony. David Lucas is 300 pounds. Tony weighs 48 pounds.
Yeah.
And David Lucas or Tony Hinchcliffe out wrestled David Lucas.
Hey, buddy, this is a good idea.
Oh, this guy climbed the fence.
Oh.
What does he think he's gonna do? Just push
Now,
around?
now he knows he's kind of fucked.
Yeah. He's just trying to move away, and the ostrich's like, "Not today, bitch.
Oh,
Not today."
no.
What? How does it approach? Does it bite? What's it gonna do? Does it
He's
bite?
like, come on, dude. Come on, just walk away, please. Please walk away. Oh my God.
Oh, it kicks.
Kicking.
They probably got claws too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
They-
gonna
they
fucking
can
get
scratch
one.
you up.
He's gonna get one.
Uh-oh.
Run.
You're not gonna get over, dude.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, but you're getting over because it's just gonna peck at you.
Oh,
They don't
you
have much
don't want to get caught
force.
on that fence.
They don't have much force on their beak. You got to worry about their legs.
Fucking idiot. What a cool
Look at
guy. Jackass is out in February.
I guarantee he's gonna pay to see you do comedy. That's one of your fucking core audience members. He'd be like, "Fuck them, dude. I loved your tweets. I was in Skankfest front row. I was the guy who asked you to pee on me." Fucking dorks.
Please follow at RIP Ari Shaffir.
That's aggressive.
Oh, you hit it with a ruler?
This is
that
a
a
wiki
stick?
how on how to survive against
How to survive an ostrich encounter.
Hard.
Hit it in the neck.
Swing away.
Is that what you're supposed to do?
I mean,
Yeah, you got to KO him or Kimura the neck. I think I could Kimura that neck.
Find a video of somebody Kimuring the neck, please.
I think I could. You
oh,
know?
go for the legs.
Oh, go for the legs.
I like that idea, too.
good
Star Wars,
luck.
like.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck. You're not gonna hurt.
What does
that
it say?
thing.
Don't, when you're 100
They're
meters
hiding
away,
from it?
hide. That's smart. That's what I would do, for sure.
3 ways to survive an ostrich encounter or attack.
Okay.
I think you need a knife.
All right, you're fighting it.
Use a long weapon.
Okay.
Use your penis extender.
If you dive in with a knife, you're cutting the neck first, right? You gotta.
Yeah.
You want to cut right where the dark.
But
But
don't
don't
you
you
want-
want?
gun.
But
You
also
need to
counterpoint. Don't you want to go to the body where you know you'd be more likely to hit it?
If you had a gun and need to use it, aim for the ostrich's main body to better ensure hitting your target.
Boom.
Although they will be attacking with their legs and or beak, their legs and neck are very thin and easy to miss. Wow.
Ostriches can kick hard enough to kill a lion, that said.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Yep.
I've heard that.
What?
Where?
Right in the
Oh, I see right here.
second sentence.
Oh no.
Jamie, I think
Keep
you know
out
what
of
the
reach
next
of the
video
legs
is.
as you can, since ostriches can kick hard enough to kill a lion.
This is a rough episode for lions here today.
These fucking
You gotta
bitches.
be fucking
Listen to
kidding
the
me.
fucking
Wow.
big chickens now.
We had such an elevated opinion of them.
Yeah.
You know.
Dashed after today's.
King
You
of
know
the
what my
jump.
favorite lion story was? Remember when Cecil the lion got killed by that guy?
This is one of the first things that make me understand internet rage.
And then they
Yeah.
found out after Cecil that Cecil's brother, Jericho, might have already gotten shot as well. And they were so sad. And then they came out with a news story that said, good news. The lion that got shot was not Jericho. So it wasn't Cecil's brother. As if they're naming these fucking lions and
As if
making
they have any
them
memory of like, yeah, me and my brother play ball every
characters
Thursday.
in a movie. Like one lion has more power over the other lion
It's
in
still
our
a dead
hearts.
lion, but it's like we don't have a name. It's
We
fine.
don't have a name.
Yeah, people are so
Dive
fucking
into
funny.
a thorn bush. Opt for getting pricked by thorns instead
Never
of
gonna
being
happen.
disemboweled by the ostrich's razor-sharp talons.
Never gonna happen.
If no other hiding spots are available, jump straight into a thorn bush. Wait for the ostrich to leave before climbing out.
Well, obviously on the last part.
Expect the ostrich to refrain from picking its head after you in order to protect its large eyes.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Resist.
Lie on the ground. Resist the urge to run for cover or elevation if it's too far away. Instead, play dead. This is why you need a knife.
Oh my God!
You
Always.
need a knife and a good rear naked choke. You need to be able to take the. Has anybody ever taken the back of an ostrich?
James, we gotta
Must be
find
a
it. What
video.
happened to justmeat.com when you need it?
Yeah, people are now telling me because I'm an old man that Live Leak is no longer around. Stop saying it's not around anymore.
Is that true?
I don't know.
Liveleak was
I
the
don't
last
look.
place to put videos where they're like, you do whatever you want here.
Yeah, anything. World Star?
We need that back. Yeah.
Is World Star still buck wild?
World Star's here. Yeah, still crazy. They did shut down the main McDonald's from World Star, right near the Comedy Cellar.
World Star shut it down?
No, McDonald's shut it down.
Why?
I think too many bad videos.
Really?
Yeah, it was like every Saturday. There was like 5 World Star videos there.
Wow.
People got turned up.
That's a problem with social media too. People want to do things like stunts so
To
that people will
impress.
see them. So they'll do wild stunts.
That happened by the cellar?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the kind of stuff that happens on 6th Street all the time.
Geography comic taking over the reins from Brody as the geography comic.
Yes. 6th Street.
818, enjoy it.
Red River.
Should wrap this up because it's boring.
This is a fun fucking stopover.
Glad I ran into you last night. That was fun.
Yeah, the show was already over. I was like, fuck. Came over here,
Timing.
missed them. Perfect. The show was over and everyone was hanging out in the green room for another hour.
Yeah. So you are headed to San Antonio?
San Antonio now. Yeah, I'll be in.
What are you doing? What is it called? The club?
LOL. LOL San Antonio.
What else you doing?
Let's see. I got Cleveland and Phoenix in January. I got Denver and maybe probably Vancouver in February.
Is it AriTheGreat.com still?
AriShaffir.com, AriTheGreat.com. Yeah.
Why don't you make Ari the Great your new Twitter handle?
Maybe that's not a bad idea. Not Twitter. I'm done with Twitter. Instagram.
Come on, man. Try to get canceled 100 times.
That's cool.
Okay, all your
There you
shit
go.
is up on your website,
There you go.
AriTheGreat.com.
Tampa,
that
the
should
COVID
be your
makeup
Twitter
tape.
handle. Or
Ari the
try a new Instagram.
Ari the
Maybe we
Great.
can get people to go there.
I'll try AriTheGreat.com.
How many followers did you have?
450,000.
Well, you're never going to get those back.
I just fucking lost like a third of my salary for the year. There's no way to promote shit.
Do you think your agency will, maybe they can make an exception where they let you go this time?
Maybe. They said they just went on Christmas break, so I was like, there's not even anyone in contact till January. I'm like, all right.
So in January they'll contact people?
and then maybe. Who knows?
Well,
Fuck. Whatever. You're better off for it.
I wish there was a place where you could go that's not censored like that. You could just do whatever you want.
Yeah. Or it should be a setting you should set if you want to avoid all this stuff.
But isn't it funny that the way they've set it up now, whether it's by accident or whether it's by design,
Yeah.
is everywhere you go that's not Twitter,
Yeah.
it gets immediately co-opted by right-wing people because they don't have a place to go where they can get buck wild.
Oh, right.
They don't
Yeah.
have a place they can go where they can post a bunch of Joe Biden memes and talk wild shit and talk about storming the
They can't say
Capitol
that.
again.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. What was it? They banned the car racing term because that newscaster misunderstood.
What
They were
car
all-
racing term
They were
is
all
that?
screaming. What? Russell Brandon?
No, let's go Brandon.
Let's
is
go
that what you're
Brandon.
saying?
Yeah, because they're all saying
Oh.
fuck Joe Biden, and
Right.
the old really nice guy broadcaster was interviewing. Was like, oh, they're saying let's
I
go
think it
Brandon.
was a girl.
Oh, really?
Wasn't it a girl that was interviewing? Yeah, it was
She
a
just
girl.
didn't know?
No, dude, she was trying to pretend it was saying they were saying fuck Joe Biden. Does that sound like she's like they're saying let's go Brandon. Like I think she was trying to cover.
And then everyone started co-opting. It's like, hey, that's my way of saying fuck Joe Biden. We all know the code. And then Twitter was like, nah, not even that.
Unless she had earphones on.
I want
If
to see
she
it.
had monitors in her ear and couldn't hear that good, maybe it was an honest mistake. Let's hear it.
Win. Didn't look too rusty on those burnouts, Brandon. Must be practicing somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, y'all could ask like my neighbors back at Coastal Carolina that I did plenty of burnouts to practice for this moment. Oh my God, this is a dream come true. Wow, Talladega winner in the NASCAR. Oh my God, Dad, we did it. Let's go!
Nice. You gotta love
You
somebody
told me
realizing victory.
before this race that if you were to win, it would be incredible. How does the reality of this moment live up to the dream?
Oh my God, this is just everything we've hoped and dreamed for. This is everything I've ever wanted to do is take the trophy home to Mom and Dad and
so happy.
Oh my God, thank you so much, Larry's Lemonade. Thank you so much, Trade the Chain. Thank you so much, Jabs Construction. Thank you, Mid-Atlantic. Thank you to all of our partners.
There it is.
Oh my God, it's just such an unbelievable moment.
Brandon, you also told me, as you can hear the chants from the crowd, let's go, Brandon. Brandon, you told me you were going to kind of hang back those first two stages and just watch and
be
learn.
clear.
What did you learn that helped you there in those closing laps?
Oh my God, it was learning how each line didn't stay to one. Everything shifted top to bottom so much that it was kind of like, okay, let's just stay patient.
That's the most absurd video. He's just answering these questions if they're not screaming "fuck Joe Biden" in the background.
He's lost in it.
And
Dude,
he was just talking about the lines he was cutting as he was racing.
And then the right-wing people said that let's just use that as code.
Right.
And they start going, let's go Brandon, as their way of saying, you know what I'm actually saying.
Yeah.
And Twitter's like, nah, I know what you're doing. You can't say that's all
is Twitter
banned.
banning Let's Go Brandon?
Mm-hmm. Didn't they take it down? I heard that.
Why don't you post Let's Go Brandon? We'll sit and watch like this.
Watch it, watch it blow up.
Well, right. From what I understand, they just said that if you tweet that you can spread COVID with the vaccine, which is a fact that everyone admits and knows, they can ban you for that too. I think happened yesterday with people. Right?
Yeah, I don't know what that is. I did read that, but I didn't look into it, so I don't want to jump to conclusions. Because oftentimes people look into something and then sort of exaggerate what it actually said.
Yep.
But what they were trying to say is they'll punish people who
Give 'em a strike.
post that you can spread COVID while vaccinated, which you definitely can. So that
Because
doesn't
they're
make
saying that
sense.
slows down the vaccination rate, so like we'll decide like you can't know this truth.
Yeah, I think that's more of likely what
No,
they're trying to
Facebook
say.
isn't changing policies to ban Let's Go Brandon.
Oh, so Facebook's not doing that? We're talking about Twitter, though, Jeremy.
I know, but this is the only thing that came up that said no
So
one was being
no
banned
one
again.
is?
Yeah,
Debunked.
search
So
for it on
Facebook
Twitter
won't
instead.
either?
Yeah.
So good.
Well, this is bad.
Well, that's good. No, you know how I know? Because I saw someone's post the
What
other
the fact
day
is
on
usually
Twitter
right.
and it said, Let's Go Brandon. They probably won't let the hashtag go anymore. They stopped certain hashtags.
Because it overwhelms. They stopped all the Justin Bieber hashtags. Nothing. They were just like, it's all the hashtags. We're not doing it.
You know, hashtag fuck you is banned from Instagram.
Really?
Yeah, I tried to write hashtag fuck you.
Oh, wow.
And what
Yeah.
what happened? What came up?
It wouldn't do it. Wouldn't do it. And then I made a post about how hashtag fuck you is banned. Because it was about the single bullet theory. I was making a post about because I was having a conversation
fuck you
with
with that-
someone on
with
the
that
JFK
thought.
assassination,
Yeah.
and I wrote hashtag fuck you at the end of it because they declined to release all the documents. You know, they had a chance to release documents from 1963 about Kennedy's assassination, and they decided to not release them to the general public. Like, why? Why? Why won't you tell us what the fuck happened from 1963? Do you have evidence that would piss everybody off? Like, what is it? And so then
Hashtag fuck you as a way to express yourself.
I posted about the single bullet theory, about how stupid the theory is. They found this bullet in Connolly's gurney that went through two guys, just mysteriously wound up in a semi-pristine state on a gurney, just by accident. Get the fuck out of here! Like it's such an offensively stupid theory, that
Yeah.
single bullet theory, and they only did it because they had to.
They
had
sold
to
to
come up with a
everybody.
bullet. They did.
Yeah.
They sold it to everybody. That's a part of the Oliver Stone documentary, the new documentary on JFK. It's heavy, man. It's really interesting.
That same shit, they're like, no, what do you mean? And it's like, obviously, it's the same thing with Nancy Pelosi. It's like, no, I don't share that information with my husband. Why would I? He just happened to make a lot of money in this
Right.
thing that only I knew about.
We should totally be allowed to participate. Like,
Dude,
what?
I made so many people mad when your deal came up, your Spotify deal. And I was like, yeah, he told me about it like before it went public. And I mean, I put like 10, 20 grand into like the stock market. It was like, and people I skirted by it. People were like, that's clear insider trading. Reported.
That's hilarious. So that would be insider trading.
For sure.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah, for sure. Using information like I know a player's hurt. Oh, let me bet against that team.
What if I
they announced-
gambled on Spotify? Would that be insider information if I'm a part of it? If it's
You had
about
to
me?
get stock options, right? So that would
No.
I think
increase.
you were supposed to wait for the announcement, so it's fair for everyone. I think that's the
That's the rule?
Yeah,
Right.
it's got to be
That
fair.
makes sense.
So if I started negotiating with them like 6 months ago before I started, and then I started buying stock, what about that?
That's the thing. So you'd have
I
to
would
wait
say your lawyer
for the
would be like, "Don't
announcement
do that."
to buy it. I believe. I don't.
See,
really know
that brings me
things,
back to
I'm
the
pretty
Pete
sure.
Rose thing. I think it's okay to bet on yourself.
Yeah, I think so too. It's like I'm going to increase the stock of this place.
Yeah. But
'Cause when I started
I
uplo-
could see how that would be. That's insider trading.
But when I uploaded my podcast to Spotify, like it didn't do anything to the stocks.
no,
So if I was like, I'm going to bet on myself to change the stock, even if I told them, they'd be like, no, that's not insider trading. You're just guessing if you're going to do that. Same as you.
yeah, not really.
You knew it would help them.
Yeah, that was the whole plan.
Probably why they give you a bunch of money.
That's why they gave me the money.
Yeah,
They don't like
makes
me.
sense. Well, they don't care.
I mean, it's all about
Well,
business.
the head guy likes me. I like him too. He's great. It's yeah, it's business, man.
Yeah.
But it's just this is the only time where the left is like actively calling for people to be removed because they're saying things you don't like.
It is wild. That it's like, it's not for you then. But can't I just talk to my friends?
Well, there's some people that think you shouldn't be allowed to say things they disagree with,
Yeah.
and it's a thing that they say without thinking too deeply about it, and they say because other people around them say it as well. And that's one of the reasons why people are so excited about deplatforming, because with some people, it works.
Cool, they're gone now.
Yeah, like
did it.
Milo. Milo is a great example. They removed him from the conversation. He was always in the conversation. He was always saying outrageous things.
He wasn't going to anyone's account and spamming it or anything like that. He was just like saying shit on his own.
He just happened to be right wing, and they didn't like it. And they didn't like that he's right wing and that he was a gay guy, because then you give a little bit of leeway.
He was one of the first ones that were like, can we turn on a gay? And then it was like, yeah, finally, yes.
If you were an
He was
unscrupulous
so good.
politician, do you think that you would pretend to be gay so that you could fit right into the woke moment and perhaps maybe even be president?
The only question I have is, what do you mean by unscrupulous? For sure, I would do that.
Would you do it to be mayor?
Yeah, if it's all retarded anyway, then like, yeah, I'm going to fucking join in. I'll be like, I'll use it.
But I mean, it's if you were
Yes, mayor, senator, anything. Of course. Oh, you're saying only
in this
mayor.
day. Well, yeah, only mayor.
Yeah, for sure.
What if it's like mayor of like a small?
If I
shitty
want the
town?
office, yes, for sure. Why not? If it doesn't matter,
Do you
we judge
think-
people based on like who they are, not their fucking. So I'm like,
That's
then
not
I'll
true.
then I'll say I'm this.
That's not true. A
No,
lot
I
of
mean-
people
I mean
like
us.
people. Yeah,
The three
we
of
do.
us.
We do.
We're like, I don't care. So I'm like, what does it matter?
But my
So-
point is, there's some social clout to being a part. Like if you want, like,
Villaraigosa changed his
woke
name.
points.
Same shit, right?
Yes.
It's like you're using Theismann changed his name to get a fucking Heisman.
Well, Villaraigosa was Villar, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he married a lady, and they combined their two names, and that was Villaraigosa.
That's not as bad.
Same with Beto O'Rourke.
What was he?
His name's not Beto. It's like Robert or something.
Well, the
right?
craziest one is Bill de Blasio, the mayor of New York City. That's not his name.
What is his name?
Oh, it's like Wilhelm or something like that. What is his name? It's a crazy name.
Yeah, you said it last time I was here. I remember.
Yeah, it's a crazy name. When you go, what?
Yeah, Beto made his Beto so that the Mexican people in Texas would vote for him.
Really?
Yeah.
Is Beto? What does that mean?
O'Rourke is Irish. Beto is
Warren Wilhelm Jr.
Wilhelm.
Wow.
Bill de Blasio, Warren Wilhelm Jr. What? What?
Sounds like a guy at the
He
Nuremberg
changed
trial.
everything about
Sure
his
does.
name.
Hate speech.
He changed everything about his name.
Wow.
Like everything.
I'm just Bill de Blasio.
Yeah. There was a while, I bet, where if you had a name like that, it could be a problem, right? Like during the post-World War II times, when people still had a fear of Nazis.
Yeah, Wilhelm, no way.
Yeah, that's a heavy German name. Yeah.
We changed our name after the war. It's very
What
German
it used to
sounding.
be?
Spitzer.
Ooh. You ever thought about going back to that just to fuck up your career?
Not bad. Not bad. I am prone to doing things like that.
You had a German-sounding last name?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
That's wild.
Yeah.
A lot of Italians did that. They shortened their names. They made it more digestible. A lot of people did that. I didn't think they thought it was a big deal to switch your name around a little bit.
What was your name? Spitzer?
Spitzer. Yeah.
Oh,
Spitzer?
Spitzer.
Always took you as more of a swallower.
Wow. He can't help himself.
I didn't see it coming that time either.
You never see it coming.
I do
the
see it a
kid's
lot.
an ace.
Aldo to Mike Connor.
Oh.
Yeah, but changing your whole name like that's wild.
Yeah. I mean, just like, and you're saying, oh yeah, the system is this dumb and I'm going to join in with it. That I'll change my name. It has anything to do with my policies.
Well, names could be an impediment, right?
Yeah,
If you got
yeah.
a funky name.
Whoopi Goldberg?
Oh, that's a good name.
Yeah, that's a good name.
Change it to that. That ain't a Goldberg.
What?
Tony Hinchcliffe's a
You're
horrible
lying.
name.
No.
Yeah.
That's her real name?
Yeah, it's fitting in Hollywood back then.
Oh, come on. What's her real name?
I don't know. Fucking
That's wild.
Green?
Is that cultural appropriation?
Karen Johnson.
Oh, no way. She's a Karen?
She's a Karen.
Oh, my
Oh
God.
my God, we've solved
She's the number one
view.
black Karen.
Oh my
Whoa.
God.
Holy shit.
Oh my God. Wow.
Whoopi Goldberg. And she was getting into what run profession?
It was probably Mitzi that made her do it, too.
Oh, it could be. You're right.
I'll bet you anything. Oh, you should say you're Whoopi.
Wow. Mitzi used to do that to everybody, right?
Yeah.
Wear
But
a
did
yellow
she have that
suit,
kind of
call yourself
influence on
Joey
Whoopi's
Banana.
career?
I think
Early
so.
on. She's an
yeah.
open micer. She gets her 2 years into comedy. She's like,
Yeah?
I'll take your word for it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Dave Tyree, remember? He was Dave Tyre, but nobody could pronounce it.
Really?
One E at the end, so people kept saying Tyre. So he's like, let me just throw another E so you could pronounce it right.
Oh, wow.
Love that old guy. What happened to him?
I don't know. I remember when Jamie Masada used to give guys advice. She told my friend he should be Generation X guy. You should be Generation X guy, buddy.
You know
this is you when you go on stage.
This is you now. You're doing it. You're doing it.
You know what he told me in my first year?
I loved it. What?
You ready for this shit? He said I should start dressing like a cowboy and wear a cowboy hat.
What?
I swear
So you could be like
to
Woody
God.
from Toy Story.
And I spent the first 14 years of my career thinking it's the stupidest shit I ever heard, and the last year living it up.
Thanks, James.
A lot of times, I mean, he's got to get some good advice out there. Like, has he ever given anybody good advice that they went with and it turned out to be a good move?
I never heard of one.
It has to be. When you're around comedy that much.
Mitzi gave me tons of good advice, but
What did she say to you that was good advice?
too hyper when I was an open micer. It's like you shouldn't hype yourself up that much. Stop doing open mics. You're getting bad habits.
Ooh, we were
yeah.
just talking about this
Just
last
talking
night
about
with
that.
somebody.
Yeah, they're great, but at some point, it's like I'm only entertaining the most jaded people in the world.
Right.
Yeah. Well, there's
so
also a bit of
interesting.
a defense mechanism where you'll say things just to make the comics laugh, like inside
Exactly,
jokes.
because that is your audience.
Yeah.
I had a real in-depth talk last night to one of my
Yeah.
favorite young comedians about that, because he's a hustler, but he's hustling the wrong direction.
mics,
with
yeah.
that,
We were
They're
talking
great at
about
first.
how occasionally he finds himself in front of like two people in the audience, and they're both comics. Like those are not. Those are.
And
not
then you
good.
train that way. The way you clearly come out of the Boston bar scene, you know, it's like they're coming out of that. You got to get away from it. But I was like, well, am I supposed to get up? That's the only place I get up.
Right.
And you take like a few months of less spots, and then you find your body will make you find the good spots.
Yep.
It's amazing that an art form that is so well regarded, right, where people
right
love
now.
to go see it, and they, you know, whenever a big comic has a special, it's always a big deal. And yet there's no like real structure on how someone develops. You know?
Right.
You're
We were
absolutely right.
talking the other day on the road about how when I found out that open mics were like free and that you could just go sign up and get better, and
Right.
like you didn't have
Yeah.
to pay anything. It didn't make any sense
They didn't make you
comparing it
pay.
to college, to comparing it to anything.
Yeah.
You could get better at something for free.
Yeah.
It's that way.
Anyway, if you're on Comic and listening, I don't remember what I said anymore, but there's a video online of me talking to pretty much like 1 and 2 year comics, giving advice. I would think some of it would still hold up. I don't
Yeah, you
don't
did
remember
that
anymore.
in Tempe, right?
No, at the Comedy Store.
You did it in Tempe too, though. You did it maybe non-filmed. You did it a
Maybe
couple
a
of
class
places.
came by and said, "Do you want to talk to them?" I was
Yeah.
like, "Okay."
You did what you did was you said you did it a couple of times, and I thought it was really smart because you basically answer like, how do you get a manager? How do you
Why
go on
would
the
you?
road?
Yeah. It's
You know?
so unclear when you start. You're like, I
Right.
don't know about any of this.
Well, I was thinking that like everybody does it very differently.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't teach a person who does it, say like Judah Friedlander style, to start doing it like William Montgomery, right? They both have totally different styles, and one's
Yeah.
an absurdist and in one way, and one's an absurdist in another way.
Right.
But there's some like universal truths.
So that's what you tell them. It's
Yeah.
like, don't develop whatever jokes you want, but
Yeah.
hey, these are your friends. Don't forget to make friends with your friends.
Yeah.
You know, they'll help you out. Shit like that.
Well-
yeah, how to do your taxes and to duck stuff.
There's way more of that friend stuff now than there ever has been before. Everybody was rivals back then.
Yeah, now it's great.
Now it's way better.
We're not trying to get any like roles for the most part. So it's just like, hey, do you want to come to my podcast and I'll promote you and you'll get better off, and then my podcast will be better because you're here.
I feel like this is really like genuinely the only time where a large group of comics are completely independent.
Independent. How great is it?
Completely independent and mainstream at the same time.
Yeah.
So mainstream in the numbers that they hit, but like Tom Segura and Christina Pazitsky.
Yeah.
I did Your Mom's House live.
Yeah.
And I was
Oh,
like,
wow.
this
Wow.
is crazy. Like, this is the craziest thing anyone's doing on the internet. They do a pay-per-view. The things you see are fucking horrific
Yeah,
and disgusting and insane and hilarious, and the two of them are hilarious. And I go, this is a genius thing to do. You find videos that literally you can't get anywhere else. Like if you
Oh
get
my God.
and he curates
Couldn't put up on any platform.
no
Has
chance.
to be pay-per-view.
No
What
chance.
a smart, great
Has
idea.
to be pay-per-view, and you watch and you're like, what in the
A
fuck,
guy
man?
stuck a peg in his ass, and they played carnival-style ring toss onto the fucking peg.
That's nothing. Shit eating is what gets me.
Oh, no.
When people start eating shit, I just
Oh,
there's something
Oh,
I
my
had to
God.
turn away 3 or 4
oh
times.
my
where I was
God, that's great.
watching a live thing. I can't watch people eat shit. I don't know why.
Just for one other thing, Baby Bird was close to that.
Baby Bird was close. Baby Bird.
Everyone
was close.
eating their own vomit
Yeah.
Really?
Well,
in
it was-
a small room. That was
it
great. That was King
a
of
guy
Radio
vomiting
series.
in a guy's mouth.
That by the end, first it was
Yeah.
started vomiting, gross, gross, gross. Then somebody vomited into his Fruit Loops and
he
ate up
the
his Fruit Loops.
Yeah, with vomit in it. But then the vomiting all over his mouth at the end when Pat Fumunaki vomited.
He won.
gallons of gallons of eggnog
It
in
was
this guy's
the most
face and mouth. You've never seen it?
No.
Oh my God!
Who's
prepare yourself.
in the
I
room?
can't
It's
believe
me,
it.
Joe Rogan, Bill Burr, Voss, I think,
Yeah,
and
Norton.
Opie and Anthony Norton.
yeah. It was an epic crowd of people, and this kid Pat Duffy, who's a fucking savage. Pat Duffy would
Savage,
he would
legend.
eat dog shit that he would found on the ground that was dried up.
Oh, my
for
God.
a joke. So here is Pat Fumunaku at the end of the eggnog challenge. He's done, and he's eating like
And this guy, the
quarts.
pause it, don't let him go. The guy in the bottom was like, "If you give me a job as an
With the
intern, I
amazing
will let him
racist,
vomit."
Yes.
Pat, how are you?
So he's lying there with his. And this
All
was
right,
my
Jimmy.
idea, by the way.
This is
This
Joe's
is
idea.
why I was
All
when
the
I was
cameras
hosting
out.
Fear Factor.
We've
I was
never
like,
had
"How
more
about
people
this?
in the studio,
We
by
have
the way.
this guy lean his head
the
off
expert.
the edge of the garbage can, and Pat Fumunaki throws up in his mouth.
He's diabetic, Pat Munaki. Just
Yes.
drank 100 cups of eggnog.
No.
Yeah.
So he has to throw it up or he'll die.
I got mine done.
Wasn't that crazy?
It's Caltalk too.
It's so crazy,
That
dude.
somebody's in the way
So-
of, or
and he's an
something like
enormous
that. I
fella.
guess the
So
camera guy.
Pat
What shot is that?
is standing over him.
74.
74 shots of eggnog.
He's getting another one, and he's about to bust.
got to pretty
So he
much
fills
keep
up
their
again.
position. So
These are the good old days.
This
By
was
the
so
way,
great.
this was this show. Doing this show was one of the main reasons why I wound up doing stand up.
This was
Excuse me.
FM too.
Excuse me. I wound up
Podcast.
doing podcasts.
These were the good radio shows. This was FM. This wasn't even the serious part.
I think you're right. Okay, here it goes. No. You ain't seen shit. That's just the first burst.
He's got
like
that's
eight
20
or
of
9 more
glasses.
rounds in him. Waiting for this? No.
Oh my
It
God.
gets worse. It gets worse.
Look at the
It's
fu-
cartoon.
Oh,
It's
wow.
cartoonish.
Wow!
It's cartoonish.
This is the visceral sounds. This is like the chimpanzees. Oh my God! Oh my God!
And the final burst. You can't. One more. One more? I think he's got one more in him.
Oh, he's covered.
I think he's got
He
one
looks
more
like
in
a
him.
mummy.
One more.
Oh! Wow! He thought it was done.
It's impossible.
It's impossible.
It's impossible. It's impossible. When he might have one more.
the biggest one. No way! No way!
Oh my God. Now who named it a baby bird?
It
Who
was
named
not
the
you.
baby
You got
bird?
credit for it and said,
wasn't me.
that wasn't me. It was somebody else.
I think
It might
it
have
was
been Burr.
Burr.
It might have been Burr.
It was Burr or it sounds like a Burr thing. It might have been Voss.
Like a baby bird? Yeah.
All right, we can't top that.
Oh my God.
You can find that. It's still available on YouTube for some strange
Wow.
reason.
They took it down that night.
It's not on YouTube, actually.
It's not on YouTube?
There's
Look
a
at-
version of it, but this was not. That's not the one I'm.
Look
I
at the
found.
phone
It's
quality
online,
of
but
that.
not on YouTube.
Yeah. Whose phone was it?
It's a fucking flip phone.
I know.
Whoever
but
it was, I don't know.
Who was filming it? Was
Maybe
it me?
them. Might have been you. You probably had the best technology then.
Actually, it looks like it's on a tripod or something.
No.
It's pretty still.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not moving at all. You're right. It is. It's
That's
set
just
up.
how bad.
Maybe it
that's
was
how
a
long ago it
webcam.
was.
It could have been a
That's-
webcam. It might have been a webcam. They had to bring it
There
in for
was
this.
multiple versions. Oh, this is a Pal Talk Cap version.
Oh, Pal Talk.
Remember
It's
Pal
streaming.
Talk?
Mm-hmm.
Pal Talk was the thing that only those guys used
God damn,
back
they were
then
the
for the
king.
radio
They
show,
were the
and
king.
they were the kings. And they did it because you had to use Windows too. I remember that.
Oh,
Like you
yeah.
couldn't get it on a Mac.
Wow. That's
But
weird. But no one
but
had a
there's
Mac.
versions of it from someone's phone too.
Yeah.
That's why there's a couple different.
So there's this one too, but I don't. It was like not playing. It was showing more of it, and maybe this is
Clear.
But it keeps stopping the video, and then, like it picks up. There you
Yeah,
go.
see, this is
Oh,
a
they
different
cut
angle.
it. They cut
yeah.
it. Ew. Ew. Come on. Ugh. He opened his mouth.
Yeah, this might be me. I'm pretty sure I had a video of it back then, and I think I had. My God. Okay. Okay.
Oh my God.
Oh my
Okay.
golly.
Yeah, because that looked better than the Pal Talk version, which is like a webcam. Webcams back then were pretty shit.
Wow. When was
Yeah.
that?
I don't know.
Oh my.
Let me guess.
2006.
Was
Oh
it 6?
shit. Sorry.
I was gonna guess.
Yeah, it said from the side.
I was
My
gonna
bad,
say
my bad. I
5.
know. I heard you.
I was gonna say 2005.
God, that was fucking great.
That was epic.
I really felt like I was a belonging comic being there for that. What a fucking fun time.
Well, that's one of the things that Opie and Anthony gave you. Gave all of us is you felt like you were in.
Third angle.
You know.
Third
Oh,
angle. There's
yeah.
a Zapruder film.
Yeah, no, more angles.
It's the grassy knoll
look
shot.
how young it is.
It seems like when you would get on that show and you would all bust balls and Patrice was there and Voss was there and all these guys were there and you would always generally have like 4 or 5 guys in a room. And,
Yeah.
And we learned
Go. They'd be like, go.
to do podcasts.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
the start of podcasts with comics.
Everyone's joking around.
And then when Anthony started doing his own shit from his basement and started streaming it, I remember
Wow,
thinking,
yeah.
oh, now I can do that.
They're like, how'd you do that?
He was doing karaoke while holding a machine gun. So he's holding a machine gun and he's singing karaoke.
Yeah. Sorry.
And he's got a green screen, so he's like on a penthouse apartment in New York City. There's an American flag behind him. You could do all kinds of wild shit if you have a green screen.
Fourth angle.
Okay,
Oh my God.
enough, you son of a bitch. See
Jamie's
if you
just
can
showing
find
It is on YouTube. It is on
Jamie's
YouTube.
gonna come out with one that has a camera in the guy's mouth.
Can you see if you can find Anthony Cumia live from the compound? See if any of that's available online.
Well,
so Anthony had this thing. He set up a full professional thing for a goof. Because Anthony is like a single guy, no kids,
Extra
tons
shit.
of loot.
Yeah.
Tons of loot, and he's wild. And he's a fun dude. So
He's very fun.
he wanted to just get hammered all the time. He had a keg with Guinness in it and shit.
His pad was great.
Crazy.
It was a good
He's
party
a wild man because he was a really wealthy older bachelor who was a beloved radio host, and in his spare time would do his own show. And this own show that he did, he went out, man. I mean, he got fucking like real broadcast desks and real microphones. It was the first guy that ever did this. So here's him. There's him. This is his green screen in his fucking house doing live from the compound.
Crazy gun guy. They don't even know who it is.
He's that gun on his leg. That's for real. Like, that's not a prop. Like,
And the machine gun is?
He would walk around with a gun on him all over his. Like, if someone broke into his house, he was
like,
ready.
oh, thank you.
He was ready. He's one of those guys.
There's also this one, which is live carry.
That's Pat.
New Year's
What
Eve.
year is this? 2011.
Yeah, the one before was 2010. It said. So he was doing this for a while.
Don't let the sun.
Yeah, I think he started in like 2007 or 2008, if I remember correctly. And I think there was a problem with it was either XM or Sirius, whichever one, didn't want him doing it.
Yeah.
And he's like, look, all this does is bring more people to the show.
Yep.
And they had an issue with him broadcasting on another platform, but it was totally for free. What year was it? Did it say?
It's not one older than.
Yeah, they were like, they're gonna watch this instead of the other ones. Like he's like, they're gonna do both.
Yeah, so these are just a few videos. I mean, he was doing it all the time. This, what you're seeing, is just like what somebody uploaded somewhere.
What's his channel?
Is it
That's what-
Cunha's
well,
channel?
it's-
Jesus.
Look at this guy.
Oh my God.
Look at his
Sniper.
It's so ridiculous. Crazy gun guy karaoke. Let me hear what this sound.
Oh, this is his.
Yeah,
Side.
so he's gonna
Great.
sing. Why he's holding a giant gun?
Blackbird has spoken.
So I saw him doing this.
One of a kind.
And me and Redban were like, hey man, we can do this.
Wow, really?
And then we said, well, let's just start streaming something on Ustream. But I guarantee you, if he was a giant factor in me deciding to do a podcast.
Wow.
Because I realized, like, you don't have to have a studio. You don't have to be on Sirius.
Because we all wanted to do radio.
Right.
It's like we don't want to wake up and we're not done these dumb rules.
And I went to Adam Carolla's place, but Adam Carolla had like a real professional setup. Like, Adam Carolla had a garage that he used to keep his cars in. And Adam was like the first rich guy to get into podcasting, right?
Yeah, he got thrown off the radio.
Yeah, and he was doing really well on the radio. So
they changed format, and they said, you're all done, but
Yes.
you can still maintain your contract. They went to Spanish. So you maintain, but you can't do any other radio. It's like
but
a
he
coach
did the
getting fired.
internet.
Right.
So he did it on the internet, and it was a loophole. So he did his show, and I remember doing it at his place, thinking, "Wow, this is like unattainable. Like, how would I get a building? How would I get all these employees?" And I remember thinking, "What is all these fucking people running the cameras and shit?" Like, God, it's so many. And I remember thinking, "This is so much. Like, God, I wish I could do this." And then I saw Anthony. I'm like, "Oh, I could do that."
Right. Very few just turn it on, turn it on.
But even what he did, like what Anthony did, he had like a professional desk setup and like those big ass broadcast cameras, and he knew how to and he had employees, he had people working for him and shit.
You had Redban.
Yeah.
Figure it out. He
Well,
goes,
we figured it out.
Look.
Well, you know what we figured out? Like in the beginning was just simple webcam, and then add a few things. Okay, now do another webcam, and this one you can split angle. So there's like
It's
one half of the screen is you, one half of the screen is me, and then
It was a good example of how you should just try something, and it's like you don't have to get it right. Just start. Just start.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. If
And it was
anybody
Justin TV and like it just like figure it out.
if I had an executive and I said, I need an investor in my project, well, what is it? Well, come on over. I'll show you what we're doing.
No way.
They'd be like, get the fuck out of here. You guys are getting way too high. You forget what you're talking about.
When did you make your first dollar in it? Besides ticket sales?
Years in.
Years and years.
Yeah, years in. But I didn't even think about it that way.
Yeah, no, just fun. It was
Yeah.
fun.
And then when I got people like Graham Hancock on, I realized I can talk to like really interesting people.
Wow.
And then I met Aubrey from the Fleshlight, and that became our big sponsor.
Wow. Fleshlight, that's right. Aubrey was at Fleshlight?
Yeah, he was the head guy over at Fleshlight.
And then did the Onnit stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
That was back when he was Chris.
Adam and Eve was a big one at first. They were like one of the first. No, Fleshlight was your first one.
100%. That was my first sponsor.
And only for a long time.
Yeah, it was because nobody else wanted to be on it. When we gave these horrendous
give 'em out?
Fleshlight ads, these ads were just so repulsive. They
You give
were
them
so
out.
graphic.
Yeah, you'd be like,
and funny.
here, thanks for being a guest.
And then we give
Here's a
people
Fleshlight.
free Fleshlights if they were a guest. A lot of people didn't want them.
I didn't. I never took one. I was afraid of the road.
The road, just
Yeah.
you with this Fleshlight.
It was not going to be good.
Fucking it all the time.
They go through your bag at TSA.
What's this? I'll show you.
It's kind of funny where podcasts came from and what it is now. You know,
A little more professional now.
Well, that's also it's still like a big business, but we still do it kind of the same way we
How
did
we
it
want.
when we did it back then. It's not much difference. You act like how you would act if we were all hanging out.
Yeah.
You know, if we're all
Yeah.
hanging out acting stupid, this is exactly how we would talk.
Yeah.
But now a lot of people listen. That's the difference.
I still try to do them from weird places.
I know you do.
I love it.
Yeah,
So
you-
fun.
You like to do them in other countries and shit, and doing all
Yeah.
the lawn chairs and.
On top of the Great Wall of China. So let me record a podcast up here.
It's a good move.
We did
just
one
fun.
in a car like 9 years ago. Me, you, and Matt Edgar.
Just try to drive it. We did what? Did we do one out in the Joshua Tree?
On our way there, or
Way back from
car ones
Shrooms?
are great.
Or
Car
maybe
ones
back
are great.
coming back
Me and
from
Norman do a
La
few of
Jolla.
those.
Yeah.
We did. I've done. I think one from a car, but
Me
we
and
did
you.
a bunch on a plane.
Plane. Me and
Yeah,
you.
we
We had
did.
a joint cost.
Tony and I as well. We
Yep.
did a plane one. I think we did like 4 on planes.
Wow.
I think I did one with Tommy on a plane once too.
Me, you, and Dana White.
Oh, that's right.
Wow.
That's right. Flying back from Australia,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Yeah, we did one in Australia. It was such a long flight. It's like, let's kill 2
Oh my
hours.
God,
Yeah.
you could write a book on that flight. You can't even go over there now.
Wow, yeah.
If you go over there, I think you have to quarantine for a long time, and if you're not vaccinated, they won't even let you in. It's a wrap, kids.
One more date. Me and Jay Okerson and Bobby Kelly are doing a show in 2 shows in Michigan, Grand Rapids, and Detroit. Pre-sale starts January 5th at noon. Use promo code Rogan to get in the pre-sale.
Is that arithegreat.com for that too?
Yeah, arithegreat.com for that.
Tony Hinchcliffe, Kill Tony's every Monday, best live comedy show in the
Best
country.
live comedy show in the country.
And I'm
It
going
is.
back on tour too. It's funny you mentioned Michigan. I'm doing a couple cities there,
Where?
and Phoenix and Philadelphia, Miami. I just announced it. That's all at TonyHinchcliffe.com.
So fun to be back on the road in front of a live
It
audience.
is. And now that you've already caught the cooties, you have bulletproof immunity.
It's so hard for me not to be a full
Oh,
Republican
I
on
should
it.
say this again while I'm still talking about this because it's come up multiple times. I'm going to say it again. I've talked to more than one person who said they got COVID twice. And I know Dr. Peter McCullough,
Yeah,
who was on the podcast the other day, said you can't get it twice because it's 90% similar to the original SARS. And the original SARS, people have long-lasting immunity.
You mean the
from
original
18
COVID?
Nope, SARS.
Oh.
SARS it's SARS-CoV-2
Oh,
is
yeah.
this.
Yeah.
The original
I've heard
SARS.
so many people test positive twice.
Yeah. So this guy said on the podcast, he said you can't get it again. But I know
Yeah.
multiple people who said they've got it again,
That's tough to
including Mo
believe.
Amer.
Steve Simone.
One of Tom Segura's relatives got it twice.
Simone for sure.
Simone thinks he got it twice.
But wasn't the doctor talking specifically about Omicron?
No, he was talking about COVID.
Oh.
No,
he
I
was
think
saying
you
that
can.
COVID-19 was 90% similar to SARS, and that when people got over SARS from 18 years ago, they still have immunity. They test for it today. Might be that it's not impossible to get it, but it's way, way, way harder for you to get it.
I haven't heard anybody get it bad the second time.
Right.
Right.
Mo Amer barely got anything the second time he got it. But the thing is, if you had it a second time, you might be able to give it to somebody
For
who
sure.
doesn't have the
That makes
immunity,
sense.
and they might get fucked up.
Yeah. Should
It's
be
all
careful out
confusing.
there.
So my point is, this guy saying that you can't get it twice, I don't know if that's correct.
Since the last time I was here, I had COVID. I don't know what does what, but just in the interest of like being open, whatever.
Yeah.
I immediately took, based on my weight, 18 milligrams of ivermectin. Like as soon as I got it, I was also vaccinated. So these are two things, and then another one I took those monoclonal drips that are available everywhere in Florida. They're begging people to come get it. If you're exposed to COVID, like Simone was, they're like, you can get it. He tested negative, like you can go get that too. And they're just like, they're there in Florida for everybody. And they fucking, so I don't know, whatever, but Simone was saying goodbye to his mom. Like, what do you want me to tell your grandkids when they come? You know, you're not going to be around. Like, she was dying. And then the monoclonal stuff in August got around. She took that and it turned her around.
Yeah, it's better if you take it early.
Right away. Yeah. It was a long road back, but
It's better if you take it early, but there's been, stories about people who take it many days into it and still have good results. But either way, it's an effective treatment that people need to know about, because even if you're vaccinated, this shouldn't be a vaccine, unvaccinated, like, fuck you, I'm not going to listen to you because you're not vaccinated. Just listen about medicine to these people that take it and find substantial benefits from it.
yeah.
It works. It works in everybody that I know that's taken it.
I tested negative in 3 days from testing positive. I took the monoclonal drips the second day. So it's 2 days after that, I was testing negative for COVID.
Everything's got so political that anything that you say that's anything other than the vaccine, people literally don't want to hear it, especially people that are pro-vaccine. They just don't want to hear it.
But if these things, they don't hurt you if you take them, right?
No.
So
they
even
don't.
if it's not that, go ahead and get it.
I mean, maybe they hurt some people. I mean, I think if you give enough people a thing, some people are going to get fucked up by it just because of biodiversity.
Right.
Just because so many people are so different.
Yeah.
There's not one. I mean, maybe there's like one medicine, maybe there's a few but people die from aspirin, man.
Yeah, people are allergic to fucking peanuts.
A lot of people are allergic to peanuts.
Idiots.
Meanwhile, peanut
Don't be
butter and
rude.
jelly's like the
Number one.
lunch
Fucking
bag
delicious.
sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think
I
those
am
kids wouldn't make it out of school.
self-destructive.
Yeah.
And it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I come home from a comedy show and I'm self-destructive. I will have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and a big glass of milk.
Joe DeRosa's new sandwich place has a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Hold on.
a fucking
Joe DeRosa has a sandwich place?
Yeah, and like Lower East Side.
What?
Joey Rose's just opened it up.
What's he doing?
He's a sandwich place and bar.
No shit.
Yeah.
He
Good for
did
him.
it. He bought it.
He's just opened it.
Wow.
It's great. And that peanut butter and jelly sandwich is my favorite, but he's an artist with the sandwiches.
Really?
Oh yeah, they're so
Joe
fucking
DeRosa
high
is a
tech.
sandwich artist.
Yeah.
Is he getting bigger because he works there?
It just opened. I assume he will. He's been drinking heavily for fucking 25 years though.
If I opened a sandwich shop, that would be a real problem.
Yeah.
I'd get fat so quick. Look at that. Joey Rose's. Wow. Good for him.
Peanut butter, grape jelly, ruffled potato chips.
How big is this place?
It's a cool bar to hang out in. Probably like 30, 40 people could be there, 50.
Nice. Look at that. Is he still doing a lot of stand-up?
Yeah.
How does he juggle the two of them? Got good people. Look at that.
Yeah, I mean, this took all his
Joey
time for a
Rose's.
bit.
He's got a fucking cool place.
It's a cool bar. It's a cool bar to hang out in.
Wow. Look at
it's
that.
well
a bar
docked out.
and sandwiches. What a great idea. Good for him.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
He's a good dude, too.
Great dude. Don't try to, when he offers
right.
shots, say no.
Oh, why? He gets fucked up? And then
And then he's
drags
like,
you
come
with him?
on, pussy, take it. And then fucking an hour later, he's throwing up. And it's like, fuck
Oh,
you.
that old
you.
trick.
Yeah.
That old,
I know
come on,
myself by
pussy.
now. I'm fucking, a shot? What's that? It's like, I know where I am.
Okay.
All right.
Let's wrap this up.
All right.
Goodbye, everybody. Bye, everybody.